I have fucked both of my parents.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get away with this. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. It's episode 1175. Doing it live, 1175. And we got these guys. I don't even remember who they are. Who are these guys? We never see them anymore.
They're the two Utes.
The two Utes.
The two Utes.
Yes.
We're here.
I'm Monty, and that's this guy.
I'm Hannibal, and then that's the guy who molested our grandparents at a family function.
They're the
Hannibal and Monty, the best father and son podcast on YouTube.
There we go.
They're the lovable gentlemen. One named after a cannibal killer, and the other named after being naked.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
the full Monty.
Yeah.
Now, I feel bad for the audience. They missed an amazing musical performance by Monty before we went live. Can we get that Shasta jingle one more time? Just you. I want your version of it.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to pop. I want to Shasta.
Yeah.
I want to take. Y'all know the Shasta song?
Does anybody watching know that?
It's not a real thing. So just so y'all know, Monty before the show swears that there was a jingle for Shasta sodas, and then he made a jingle up on the fucking spot.
Yeah, he went to Chat GPT and typed in lyrics for a jingle, and it played this weird '80s jingle with the lyrics he was singing. It was kind of impressive how quickly he. What is that? What? See, that's the AI. This AI.
Nope.
That's a computer made that. You typed in. You typed in.
I'm like,
Roy Orbison butt stuff. Shasta soda commercial.
And that's what it made up. And it just went with the jingle that I came up with on the spot.
Yes, because you typed in the lyrics too. It's this AI stuff is crazy. Even Elon Musk wants to put it on pause for 6 months, and he was a forefront runner in it before everybody else started doing it.
Listen, there are a couple of people in the chat that say that they remember that jingle. I'm like, holy shit!
It's Mandela effect bullshit
or Russian ops.
How is it Mandela effect when I just fucking played it?
You made it in the AI. We know this world right now can simulate anything. I seen pictures of Trump in a freaking jumpsuit. Taking a prison photo. Those weren't real.
I saw this very disturbing video of Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
So, I saw that one. I love that one.
I saw a weird Balenciaga ad with McDonald's characters in it. That's all AI, man.
Yeah, I saw one with Patrick Stewart as Picard.
In Balenciaga?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that. Wait. Right. Where's that one?
It's weird, man.
It was posted in my Discord at some point, and I clicked on it, and it was kind of funny because it was the whole like, you don't deserve to wear that uniform. You know, like it was that scene. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Oh, I saw something that is the thing of nightmares. Like, if I could imagine a seventh circle of hell for Billy, this would be it.
Ooh.
Yeah, check this out.
Make a wish, I got Elvis. Would you like make a wish, I got Elvis. Would you like make a wish, I got Elvis. Would you like make a wish, I got Elvis. Would you like make a wish, I got Elvis. Would you like make a wish, I got Elvis. Would you like make a wish, I got Elvis. Would you like make a wish, I got Elvis.
one's creeping in.
Make a wish. I got a wish. Would you like to make a wish? I got a wish. Would you like to make a wish? I got a
When
wish.
do all the sexy barbs come in?
Oh, they're
Oh,
they're
my
already
God.
spent at this point.
Oh man.
See, this is the difference between men and women. As a man, Chris Chan never would have banged his mom. As a woman, women are sick, dude.
Okay, right. That's the thing we were talking about before the show. All right. Okay, I get
Thoughts
it.
and opinions expressed by Billy the Fridge do not necessarily reflect the thoughts of Monty of Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. Just putting that out there.
You know,
Hannibal
my
needs- Hannibal
spicy
needs more
comments are
information
spicy
first.
when you have to like say the other podcast you're not even on doesn't endorse it. Like you're on it, but not now. You're like, by the way, the podcast we do that we're not even on right now does not endorse what Billy just said.
Yes, that
impressive.
one does not endorse that.
Impressive.
Yeah, that show.
We were talking about getting canceled before the show started, so you know it's going to be one of those episodes. Record it, guys. It could go down any minute.
Yeah, and if
No.
we don't get canceled, I will kick a puppy at the end of this episode.
No.
Nice. And listen, Monty is not about kicking animals for nothing. Like we watched this video that this dog that shit in this woman's lap on the car ride. And Monty was like, "No, don't hurt the dog. The dog clearly let you know you had to go," and stuff. Like Monty's not about hurting animals at all. So if he's willing to kick a dog for the show, I like it. What do we have
We're
to
gonna
do to
call
make that
you
happen?
G-Time Monty if that's the case. Because
Well, no, I'm just trying to get canceled today. If y'all can't do it, I know how to.
we had someone that took a clip of something Billy said that I'm not even going to repeat and uploaded it to their channel, and their channel got a strike and wasn't able to do anything for like a week.
They're trying to pull off weenie shit. If you're a weenie and you take something I say out of context, your channel will get banned. I can't get canceled. I can't get banned because I have virtue, dignity, integrity, intelligence, and I don't give a fuck.
That's the key part. The fuck's given.
I think it's a mixture of all five, but yeah.
Yeah, you have to display a lack of fucks.
Once again, guys, another thing that I want to remind you to try to check out. We put the video version of our show up on Spotify. There's a link in the description. You can go to it and follow us there. Our last episode on YouTube had to be edited again, just like the one before it. And the only way to get the full version of the show that's not edited is to go there and check it out. There's links to all of our audio feeds too. Check that out if you want to get the pre-shows that we do every now and then before the show starts.
And a lot of podcasts will try and sell you boner pills, erection pills.
We've tried that before.
We don't need to do that. All you need to do is hit that like button, and you'll have the most raging hard-on and/or women equivalent. I promise.
Yeah.
Like it up.
Yeah, I've done it. He is not lying.
Yeah, I think the woman's equivalent is called the sploosh zone.
Yeah.
Sploosh.
We're talking high variant gushers for all you ladies that click the like button.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like you sat in some water, ladies.
Yeah. Trust me.
You're gonna feel like ramen down there.
Top ramen or like actual Japanese
stuff.
Okay, I like it.
Larry,
I like
is
it.
that what it feels like?
The good stuff.
How do you know that?
How do I know that's what it feels like?
Yeah.
Well, I don't usually get moist down there unless I have diarrhea. So I was trying to think of something moist and sumptuous, and the ramen was the first thing that came to mind.
Oh.
You know,
all right.
you ever heard Andre the Giant or Jake the Snake's story of when Andre the Giant was sitting on him and farted all over him?
No.
So like, there was a part where Jake was like knocked down on the ground and Andre just came and like sat on him really hard, and then all of a sudden you can hear Andre go, whoa, 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 I'm farting. And Jake could feel like his whole body vibrating. Like vibrating and vibrating and vibrating. And then he said when he got back to the locker room, he had wine stains on him.
Oh, no.
Because Andre would drink like 4 bottles of wine with dinner.
No, not my man is farting grape juice all
Yeah. Yep.
Andre the Giant is like probably one of the greatest drinkers of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anybody who can say they're more a more fantastic drunk than Andre the Giant.
That is a wonderful thing to be great at.
I over the weekend was me and my girlfriend's 2-year anniversary. So we went down to Callaway Gardens, Georgia. It's this cool resort down there, across the street from Franklin Delano Roosevelt State Park, which apparently is in Georgia and is Georgia's largest state park.
Is that a skate park?
The item.
No, that's in Philly.
Submission just came in today. Trust me when I say this. It's gonna be artistic on the 28th. Tip train.
Yeah, congratulations to Bad Dragon for taking Egghead's money.
Yeah, there's an FDR skate park in Philadelphia that was in the Tony Hawk games.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
I was just saying that because FDR had a wheelchair, so I thought
No, there is a famous skate park that's featured in the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games called FDR.
That's actually hilarious to me. I was imagining him wheeling around the skate park in his wheelchair, and it's a real thing, I guess, in another area. Well, back to your date.
Look. So we were while on our doing our anniversary trip, I got her to watch a couple episodes of Dark Side of the Ring on Vox.
Yeah.
And I showed her the first episode, the Miss Elizabeth episode. No, I showed her the New Jack episode first, and she was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, this is the other side of wrestling." Then I showed her them. After that, she wanted to see more, so then we watched the Miss Elizabeth episode, the Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero episode.
Are you a sicko? This is your anniversary thing? You're like, for my anniversary, I'm going to show you what New Jack will do, and then I'm going to show you what happened to Elizabeth when she fucked with Macho Man, and then I'm going to show you Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
How's that pillow talk go on your anniversary after watching Chris Benoit?
Yeah, and then we watched the plane ride from hell. And she was just like, after she saw one, she was just like, can we watch another one of these? Because it was, and I didn't realize it at the time, but because there was so much murder that happened in wrestling, for her, it was a murder mystery series.
Yeah.
For me, I was watching a documentary about wrestling.
It's the perfect mixture between like guy masculinity and the true crime that women are brought into.
You have to watch the Bruiser Brody one. That one's about an actual murder.
Women get full ramen down there for true crime, and guys get like massively erect for anything with machismo in it, and that's a perfect mixture.
So we have to check out this thing that happened recently during our last few days away. This is interesting. Here we go.
He called me sir and got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
All right. So the Dalai Lama was in India.
All right. When I saw this story floating around the internet today, I was like, this is fake.
I know nothing about
I saw rumblings on Twitter about it 2 days ago, and I watched it, and it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
And like in many things like this, where there's like an extreme cultural difference, I try to be understanding, but it is weird.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, let's see what it's all about. Here it is. So,
whoa!
Oh shit! I didn't know that there was video too.
Yeah,
I didn't see the video.
Yeah. So I want to back up. This little boy asked the Dalai Lama for a hug. That's why he's that close to him.
For a hug?
Yeah, and he did. So the beginning of the video doesn't show the hug. There was like a perfectly innocent hug. Okay.
Do hugs count as innocent if they turn into this?
The hug was innocent. Yeah.
Look at Monty's face. He doesn't know. He hasn't heard about this story yet. He has no idea what's coming.
Monty, what do you think's going to happen next?
Listen. Wait. I will bet. I will donate $100 to anybody's favorite charity if Monty can guess what's about to happen next.
I can't. He rubs the back of his neck. I don't know.
Now I do want to say for those of you who don't know who the Dalai Lama is, like basically, the Dalai Lama was chosen when he was a little boy, probably about the age of this kid, to be like the spiritual leader of Tibet. He had to leave Tibet because the Chinese government doesn't want him there. And allegedly, he's supposed to be completely celibate, too.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
When that claim's made,
and when this one dies, they're gonna pick another one, like immediately.
I heard, like, it was weird because right before this happened, I was going for a walk with a friend of mine, and my friend was like, "I don't know if I dreamed it last night, but did the Dalai Lama find his replacement?" And I wonder if like he somehow saw this first and thought that was how you replaced the Lama.
No, there's a weird thing where they pick a kid, and they show him all of these belongings, and some of them were actually the belongings of the original Lama, and if he picks those right, I don't know the full vetting process, but that's part of it.
Listen, I remember that episode of King of the Hill when it was very clearly
that happened.
So a lot of great mediums have done that. You know, King of the Hill did it first and best, but it's not a competition, Monty.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they laid all the Dalai Lama's objects out, and Bobby Hill chose correctly, and they did not want a white man being the Dalai Lama, so then they changed the rules against him. It's fucked up.
That's how I pick my wives. I go to the Baskin and Robbins, and if they order my favorite flavor, I marry them.
Nice.
So Monty, are you ready for the next part? Because this is the part that's the strangest.
I guess so.
You said touches the back of his neck.
Listen,
yeah.
Listen to what he
Monty,
says.
Just remember, Monty, you yourself have a young son.
Don't remind me what.
Just imagine the Dalai Lama, the spiritual leader. This is fucked up. The spiritual leader to millions of Tibetans. Or Asians? Is that the
no?
proper,
It's Tibet. It's Tibet. It's Tibetan Buddhism, which is its own sect of Buddhism, but he hasn't been in Tibet forever because he's in exile. He's been in exile his whole life. So
okay, so you have a young son, and the spiritual leader of Tibet, approaches your son, and that's the scene that we have right now.
And then listen to what he said. Listen to what he says.
Okay.
And suck.
Okay, I don't know why it got muted. He said "suck my tongue" is what he said there.
Yeah, I heard the unmuted version. They must not have wanted to play this on VOA TV.
Yeah.
He very clearly said, "Suck my tongue."
He does. He does say it. I don't know why that
And then he presents his tongue. This could be a misunderstanding.
And the kid's like, all right, I'll touch foreheads with you again.
The kid sucks his tongue.
No, that didn't happen.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
The one I saw, they blurred it out, so I thought there was some tongue sucking.
No.
Now, Monty, maybe it's a cultural phenomenon. Because I too, much like Benjamin Pye, was wondering if maybe it was a cultural thing. Like how all my Australian friends call me cunts and all my other friends call me cunts, right? Maybe it's just a cultural thing where that's a thing that Tibetans do to greet themselves. Or maybe it's a Buddhist thing.
Well, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what the culture is. If my son's standing in front of that dude and he does that, I'm snatching my son away, and that's a slappable offense. That's
slappable. Okay, Monty's willing to slap a religious figure, but he's not willing to slap Chris Rock over making a G.I. Jane.
Yeah,
I'm just make up your mind, Monty. Either you're non-violent or you are. What is it?
I will slap the fuck out of the Dalai Lama. I have told my son to suck on his
Dalai Lama does kind of look like G.I. Jane.
Yeah, I will slap the fuck out of him.
Does he look like G.I. Jane?
He's got that G.I. He's got
the haircut, yeah.
He's got shorter hair than Jada.
So when you say G.I. Jane, you don't mean Demi Moore, you mean Jada.
I mean Dalai Lama. I mean someone representing alopecia.
What about aloe vera?
Might want to put it on that tongue. See, I saw a clip and it blurred the kid's face.
I have the full clip.
So I thought they really kissed this whole time.
They did kiss. They did kiss like mwah
okay, there
on
was
the lips.
a lip kiss.
But
I thought
then,
there was a tongue suck.
I'll show you the whole clip again. Hold on a second here.
Don't cut the tongue sucking out this time.
There was no tongue sucking. I just fucking told you.
I don't want to see any tongue sucking.
There's no tongue sucking. There's a kiss on the lips, and then suck my tongue. Like here it is. Yeah. Here, see? He gives him a kiss on the cheek first, and then he does the old school like steal a kiss thing to the little boy, which is weird.
That's creep.
Yeah. This kiss is slightly forced, which is kind of weird.
Here also.
Because he had him by the chin.
Yeah, whenever I grab somebody by their chin to kiss, I know there's going to be some sucking afterwards.
What? Here's
and then he's he's not getting slapped because we're not getting beyond that moment. I'm like, look, son, you're done. Let's go.
You remember that? You remember that guy that drop kicked Arnold Schwarzenegger in the gym? It would be that. It would be that moment.
Yeah.
Here's the part where he says it.
Man, the Dalai Lama was way too close to that kid's face.
Here it comes.
And suck my tongue.
Unseasoned. Foul. I call foul.
Do you know how much better it is watching this without it blurred out? When they blurred it out, I really had this is for like the last 24 hours. I thought he was sucking Dalai Lama tongue.
It didn't actually. Yeah.
Well, that's a relief to me. I'm saying this is highly seasoned in my mind because it was so much worse before I watched this version.
And there's still some touchy feely going on.
How does he still get to touch that boy? No.
How does he still get to touch that boy? He was given to the freaking monks at 8 years old. They're all about the boys.
Damn.
Thank you. Now you should
a mask now? You just had tongue to his mouth and now you're going to have him wear a mask? What sort of COVID restriction is this?
Good human being who create peace, happiness, should not follow those human beings who always killing other people. You should not look these people.
The kid's like, I don't know what you mean. You just had your tongue in my face?
See, grab the back of his neck.
Oh, tickling his armpits? Who's worse, Dalai Lama with his creepiness or Biden with his creepiness? Because Biden gets really sniffy and weird too. But this is a little more playful. Maybe if he was taking him by the minute 8 and they were rubbing his armpits and shit and sticking their tongue in his face at 8, he doesn't know better. But this is this the first time this has ever been caught on video?
And he's always doing public appearances.
Because Biden's been caught being creep like 80 times.
Yeah, I just like to point out that now grabbing by the pussy doesn't seem as, I mean, it's bad, but it's, there's levels of bad to this shit. We didn't realize that Trump was like mid-tier bad. It was like, there's way worse out there. Dalai Lama is out here sucking tongues with little boys. Man,
well, thankfully that didn't actually happen.
Say out loud and also be true.
And as a woman, the more mature you get, the more you know grabbing by the pussy was not a threat. It was a promise.
Sounds like a threat.
Here's a news story that's kind of a follow-up to this.
The Dalai Lama apologized today after facing harsh backlash for his interactions with a child. The incident happened back in February at a public gathering. A young boy asked if he could hug the spiritual leader. The Dalai Lama invited the boy up to where he was sitting and then kissed the child on the lips and said the child should suck his tongue. People reacted to the video on social media, calling the behavior inappropriate and disturbing.
That's not the language they use even when they do it playfully with their parents or relatives or friends. So it's very evidently something which hits you on the face and you're like, why and what has happened in this video?
Here's the state. He didn't even write it. Someone wrote
it for him. A video clip has
him.
been circulating that shows a recent meeting when a young boy asked His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, if he could give him a hug. His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident.
You know, I just, for the record, I'm just a little high right now, so I was like, man, that newscaster sounds a lot like Billy the Fridge.
Now, I saw a take from Dylan Burns.
Oh, yeah?
Dylan Burns posted a couple days ago that it's a Tibetan tradition to stick your tongue out as a greeting, and English isn't his first language. Is the Dalai Lama's English that bad?
It is. I mean, it's not the best.
Okay. If I see this motherfucker ordering a Whopper at 2 a.m. in the Bronx, I'm be pissed. I'll be pissed.
No, you're going to go up and suck his tongue, Billy. Don't lie.
Who
Don't
me?
lie. Yeah.
I'll suck his tongue into a vacuum, bottle that shit, and sell it on the black market.
Oh, man,
I got His Holiness tongue.
Oh, you can get some money for that right now.
For sure.
Yeah.
They like, but how do I know this is the Dalai Lama's tongue? How I know this ain't some tongue you found on the street?
How long till we see like
at a wet market?
How long till we see Fleshlight or Bad Dragon sell a Dalai Lama tongue sex toy? It's coming, right? Like a little vibrator, a Tanga vibrator.
The way you know it's the Dalai Lama's tongue, it only salivates around children.
It's horrible. Horrible.
The fact that this is a video from February and we're just seeing it now is like that. Yeah, I hadn't seen the video. I had only seen the headlines, and I'd seen the headlines at first on a few social media pages, and I was like, I see stuff on social media. I just, in my head, it's not real, so I don't think about it. And then when I was doing my daily news deep dive, I saw it like on CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, fucking Breitbart. I was like, oh shit! It's like, okay, the Dalai Lama. I'd be mad as hell if I met the Dalai Lama. Would you be mad if you met the Dalai Lama and he tried to kiss you, or if you met the Dalai Lama and he didn't try to kiss you?
I mean, if I meet the Dalai Lama,
if the Dalai Lama went through and he was like, I'm gonna kiss Ben, I'm gonna kiss Billy, I'm gonna kiss Monty, but then he didn't kiss me, I might feel away.
If I meet the Dalai Lama, it's my game versus his game, and we're fucking. Like, I'm sorry. Kisses aren't on my mind. I'm taking what's mine, Dalai Lama.
They don't call him His Holiness for nothing.
Yep, they're gonna call him Mr. Stretch after I'm done with him. Sound like a fucking wind tunnel down there. He will not pass the butthole challenge.
Whistling when he walks.
A lot of people think it's not appropriate to talk about religious people in this sort of way.
I think it's appropriate.
I quite enjoy it.
Him and the Pope should suck on each other's tongues.
Yes.
They're both referred to as His Holiness.
Yeah.
They're both supposedly celibate.
Can we get a weird yin-yang butthole, like a human centipede butthole yin-yang between the Pope and Dalai Lama? Where there's just tongue to bung?
Tongue to bung.
Somebody put that in the AI.
Tongue to bung.
The Pope, the Dalai Lama, and Joe Biden could be best friends. It's funny.
No, like, as creepy as that was, I'm thinking to myself, that's not as bad as what Joe Biden's done openly on stage with like young girls and people's wives.
Though? I mean, Joe Biden's never asked anyone to suck on his tongue.
Well, I'm assuming he was teasing, and it was maybe he meant to say something different. I don't know. I'm gonna.
So where do you lay? Like, it looks weird, but do you think it was malicious, or
like
you think he was being a perv, or
Here's
no?
the thing. Maybe he was hoping the kid would reach out and suck it, and then when the kid didn't, because like the Dalai
suck his tongue,
because the kid put his forehead to Dalai Lama's forehead, and it was really close, and then Dalai Lama was the one to pull back. And it's like, did he have a moment of clarity? Like, this kid's not going to suck my tongue. Time to pull back. Or did he pull back because he was joking the whole time? It's a weird joke. Not a fan of it. I don't think I'd pull that one off on episode 1175 of Drunken Peasants.
So we're trying to figure out what was in the Dalai Lama's heart at the moment he said, "Suck my tongue."
Exactly.
Not me. There was that episode where Worf was on trial, not for the actions that he did, but what was in his heart when he made the decision. And I'm like, nah, I'm not judging you based on what shit. Fuck was in your heart, okay? You asked a little boy to suck your tongue.
But he did pull the tongue away. Like up until like he was grabbing the boy inappropriately before and after pulling the tongue away. Like those weird tickles after he pulled the tongue away, they were weird.
Yeah.
But they could have been playful. And him pulling that tongue away was a moment of recession where the Dalai Lama was like, I'm just teasing. But was it a moment of clarity where he's like, this kid's not going to suck my fucking tongue. I was hoping he'd be so dumbfounded he'd suck my tongue by now. This isn't going to happen. Time to roll it away. I don't know. It's weird.
And in his apology, was he like, hey, listen. So where I'm from, this is... Wait, what was... In his apology, what... I feel like at the level the Dalai Lama...
He apologized for his words.
His representative apologized for his words.
There's no apology for those words. Tell me more. I'm sorry I said those words. The words you said were suck my tongue to a child.
What would have been worse, something like that to a child or a slur?
Something like that to a child.
Okay, so racists are better than sickos. Just making sure.
Yeah, racists are better than sickos. I'll stand by that.
Would you rather date a racist or a sicko?
Oh, a racist all day long. Because, yeah. She's going to take all that racial anger out on me while we're fucking.
You know you just validated the conservatives in America, right?
Oh, sure I did.
They're team anti-sicko, and the libs are team anti-racist.
Yeah, I guess I did then.
It's okay. It's okay. That's why I had to ask.
I stand by it.
That's fair.
You scared Hannibal away.
I know. Hannibal's like, no.
I did. I broke his OBS.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. He's back.
Hank Chill in the pleb chat says racial roleplay is hot. I don't know. I have a hard enough time referring to my concubine as off-white.
You know, the other night I was streaming with Shabisky and we brought Big Diesel in through Discord and Shabisky was super drunk. Like he might not even remember all of it. And Big Diesel talked Shabisky into saying the N-word like 4 times.
I don't think he talked Shabisky into it.
He was like, come on, say it. Say it.
Shabisky's Italian, right?
Allegedly.
You don't have to talk in Italian into saying the N-word. You just have to wait.
I mean, he's not, like, he might have Italian ancestry, but it's not like he's from
Have you seen
Brooklyn.
an Italian watch?
What? I have not seen the Italian
If
watch.
you ever get an Italian watch, there's on the dial, there's 4 dots on the dial, and that's to the dot on the time when it goes. That's when they say the N-word. Every 4 dots around that watch, you can time it. An Italian doesn't care. They're like, oh, it's about that time again. Woo! And I'm like,
yeah, see, he's in the chat claiming responsibility. Big Diesel is right now.
Okay, Diesel, you're going around making Italians say the N-word.
It's like a goal of him. Dude is like, the Italian thing doesn't apply to Shabisky. He has no Italian cultural background.
Okay.
Yeah.
His dad's in the mob.
No. He's not. It was Zao Dedong says it was clipped too.
I believe it.
Zao Dedong, you clip everything and you butcher it. You take everything out of context.
This wasn't out of context.
If there's a hell.
Who the fuck are y'all to complain about shit taken out of context? Y'all sit down with that shit.
I have watched both of your clips taken out of context.
I have fucked both of my parents.
By the way, that was not out of context. That was you misspeaking. Like you said, you meant to say something that you said totally wrong, but it's not out of context.
Yes, I said it.
He was trying to say he fucked all of his parents, not both of his parents. the mistake Monty made.
Yeah, Monty, if you guys don't know this, he was the kid Webster was based off of.
I thought you were going to say he was the kid from Webster.
Monty had multiple different parents. He had his rich white parents that took him in. He had his real parents, and then he had the people at the corner store at the Sesame Street.
Can you tell me how to get
to Sesame Street?
Yeah. Check this out. I'll just let this one speak for itself. No introduction for it. This is this is a Florida Republican representative speaking here.
I'm looking at society today, and it's like I'm watching an X-Men movie with
which one?
People that when you watch the X-Men movies for Marvel Comics, it's like we have mutants living among us on planet Earth.
What can they do?
And, you know, some people don't like that, but that's a fact. We have people that live among us today on planet Earth.
If we got an Iceman, that's pretty dope.
It's interesting to see where he goes with this, though.
Okay.
Are happy to display themselves as if they were mutants from another planet.
Wait, no, whoa, you didn't watch the X-Men, bro.
Wait a minute, let him go, man.
They're not from another planet.
I thought he was referring to X-Men and cleverly saying that these are men born with the X chromosome where the Y should be.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's clever.
No.
I see.
I mean, he's not that clever.
Oh.
This is the planet Earth, where God created men, male, and women, female. I'm a proud Christian, conservative Republican.
Okay.
I'm not on the fence.
Okay. See, I'm okay with you being a proud Christian, conservative Republican, but you can only be right in politics, not in actuality. You're wrong.
Don't bring the X-Men into this, my guy. Don't do that. You know, this is very clearly from an Inhuman storyline that you want to be drawing this from. Don't bring mutants into this. Make this an Inhuman story.
Not on the fence. There is so much darkness in our world today. So much evil
That's probably
in our
apocalypse, bro. That's apocalypse.
world
Apocalypse
today.
doing that.
And so many people who are afraid to address the evil, the dysphoria, the dysfunction.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's what
afraid
it's all
to
about.
address the dysphoria or the dysfunction. The Lord rebuke you, Satan, and all of your demons and all of your imps who come and parade before us. That's right, I called you demons.
He's doing an exorcism while he's addressing the Florida House of Representatives.
Does he know there's no demon or imp in the X-Men?
The power of Christ compels you.
Actually, does Nightcrawler count as a demon?
Yeah, he's probably talking about Nightcrawler. He's talking about Kurt Wagner.
Yeah. Imp was from Wildcats.
Shit.
And imps
That's what
who come and parade before us and pretend that you are part of this world.
I was all about Wildcats, by the way.
Yeah, Wildcats was the shit.
All the anything Jim Lee I really liked back in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh,
so
he's still dope.
I'm saying my righteous indignation is stirred. I am sick and tired of this. I'm not going to put up with it.
What are you going to do?
You can test me and try to take me on, but I promise you I'll.
What are you going to win? You're going to not have your penis turned into a vagina and
Yay!
start wearing colorful hair? Because it's his personal body autonomy, isn't it?
Yeah, these are guys that had found T-girls attractive or had sex with T-girls and found out after the fact, and now they're raging against the machine. You know, that's what this. I feel bad for the hyper Christian LGBTQ plus haters. They go real deep in the Bible to justify their hate. I mean, but look, listen, hate what you hate. You know, I slap people for no reason, so I don't care.
So simply being gay became so socially acceptable that they had to move on to trans people. That was the next step.
They lost the gay.
Yeah, they lost the gay thing.
war.
Yeah.
They lost. They're like, you know what? We can't say don't ask, don't tell, but we will take away your ability to have military procedure to your genitalia.
Yeah.
No T-girls in the military. This guy's name is Barnaby. I expect a Barnaby to act like this.
Yeah, I was having a conversation the other day about how men's names don't age the same way women's names do, but like Barnaby, that's an old man name.
This is gonna blow your mind because there's some synchronicity going on today. Do you know what this guy's first name is?
What is it?
Webster. Webster Barnaby. That's a fun name.
Look, Webster Barnaby, don't listen to shit that nigga says to you.
Webster Barnaby.
Like we don't live in a real world.
No,
this is a simulation.
Hannibal, if you called me on the phone and I was like, look, I'm gonna give you some advice. My friend Webster Barnaby told me. How quick you gonna cut me off?
If you just said, I'm gonna give you some advice from my black friend Webster Barnaby, I'll be like, don't trust that nigga. Don't trust him at all. Listen, if you gave me the names of like, here's 3 random names of black men. Tell me which one you trust the least.
Who do you trust more, Webster Barnaby or Jasper Jenkins?
Webster Barnaby, I trust way less than Jasper Jenkins.
I trust the Jasper Jenkins. Not a Webster Barnaby. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Webster, everybody's asking where Webster is at the cookout. Jasper's showing up and wilding out.
What if you throw in Jamal Muhammad in there?
Oh yeah, he's still listen, Contavious Caldwell Jenkins. I trust him, right?
Contavious COVID the 19th. He's at the cookout.
I just wanted to throw in someone from the nation and see if you trust them. You know,
was he born with that name, or did he adapt it after his original name was like Cash Me Out Clay?
Yeah. His mama called him Cash Me Out. I'm gonna call him Cash Me Out. Yeah. Listen, I respect any man that's gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna change my name to something that I know is not gonna give me a job on any job application I submit in the future. You know, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna change my name from Lou Alcindor to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was just like, yeah, I'm never working a regular job again.
Well, he didn't need to. When you're 7 feet tall and good at basketball, you don't really need to.
Yeah, but I was like, but he like, it's one of those, like, anybody who's willing to change their mind, change their name for their religion, knowing that they'll never be able to apply for a normal job again. I respect it.
I would say there's a reason why most of those guys are pro athletes and they don't really care, you know.
Well, or are they going to business themselves, selling stuff to their community, right? Like that's the real the real option.
Yeah,
you break away from the capitalist system that is oppressing you.
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's day job, would it be a step ladder? What would it be?
Something like that.
A step ladder?
I guess he could have taught Jeet Kune Do because he was trained by Bruce Lee.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that version of.
You know who else did this though, and a lot of people didn't even know this. The Japanese Hulk Hogan, basically, Antonio Inoki, was converted to Islam by hanging out with Muhammad Ali all the time, and his name.
What the fuck?
At the end of his life, his name was Muhammad Hussein Inoki.
Was he
okay?
Wow.
He was trained by a North Korean wrestler, right?
Yeah, Dozan, Ricky Dozan.
Yeah.
Now, you know, like both of these guys were like Ricky Dozan grew up in North Korea during a time where Korea was unified. You know, Korean War. Yeah.
Yeah. I started to show my girlfriend that episode of Dark Side of the Ring where they do the big North Korea WCW event.
That is crazy.
I remember when that happened, and I remember them talking about what a big deal it was, but whenever they would show the clips, it would be like, you know, you would see Ric Flair fighting, and it would just be like the crowd was just stone silent. And I was like, man, this shit is trash. They don't know how to watch wrestling in North Korea. And that was it. And I just went back. It wasn't until I watched that episode of Dark Side of the Ring where I got a chance to fully grasp and knowing more at this stage of my life about geopolitics. Seeing, like, watching that episode now, being like, man, y'all really just like walked into this shit like, yeah, we're gonna put on a wrestling event, and fucking did it.
It's the largest. It's the largest stadium in the world. It has the largest seating capacity in the world. I do want to say though, it's like that in Japan too. Like there's no chance usually in Japan. Like you'll get like a golf clap. If there's like a cool move, you'll get like a golf clap from the crowd, even in Japan. So it's not just restrictive North Korea. It's just like a overall in Asia when it comes to wrestling, maybe even pro sports. I don't know. It's more reserved.
This man Monty just left, didn't say nothing. He didn't announce it. He was just on screen.
He's not allowed to talk about North Korea. He's still, spoiler, he still lives there.
He lives there, and he was just taken to a death camp just now.
Sorry.
Everyone.
Bye, Monty.
Please like the stream. Give the stream a like. Help us out by liking the stream.
Yeah.
It's free.
Right. Like the stream so more people can see that we are live in real time. I'm also still just a little high.
Have you seen?
I really want to try these Delta 8.
That Yeonmi Park girl that defected from North Korea?
Yeah, I've seen her stuff.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting character.
Yeah. I also have to leave, but I'm going to it. Oh, he's back. He's got a doggy now.
back.
That's adorable.
Oh, no. He's been there the whole show.
I wonder if
That's
Yeonmi
Moscow.
Park was at the big wrestling event in the mid 90s. Because like they forced people to go there. It was an actual captive audience, right? It was though.
Could you imagine being like under threat of punishment of under the law that you had to go to like a live wrestling event,
right? Like everybody says it's amazing. It's the biggest live audience attendance of all time, but they kind of were forced to go there. It's
Right.
like,
They didn't have a choice.
yeah, like here in America, you can choose not to go watch men fake fight in their underwear. You can choose not to. I don't know why you would choose not to, but you can. In North Korea, it was like if you don't go, you might not wake up tomorrow. Juma, what do you mean heavies? What do you mean? Are you making fun of her weight? Are you saying this woman is fat? She starved in North Korea, escaped North Korea. Her family members were brutally murdered because of her leaving North Korea. You're saying she's fat? So rude.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
Yeah, that episode is super duper wild of Dark Side of
it.
But
The
it's
video version of the show is amazing. Now I can lock my phone to switch seamlessly between video and audio. I can also set it to stream just audio on cell service. Everyone, follow these sweet boys on Spotify so they can get money.
Yeah, that is true. And some people were telling me they had a hard time finding the video version of the show, so I'm actually going to give everyone a quick tutorial, just really quick here. Here's our Spotify playlist. And like if you pick the last show and you want to play it, there's a little thing down here at the bottom that says show video. It looks like a play button, and you click on that and it comes up like that.
Awesome.
Background music for you, Ben.
It doesn't help. It just
help.
No, it just makes noise over me talking about how to do this.
No, it was a very subtle undertone.
Sure it was.
Yeah.
It helps the viewer
I brought my kid to work today.
take in the information.
Monty brought his kid to work. Jacket gang.
Yeah.
That's what
jacket.
He's in a leather jacket, y'all. If y'all didn't see it, come here.
That's
Hooves on the ground. Cheers.
See?
don't encourage this, okay? Because then he's just all he's gonna do is buy his dog more clothes.
No, just a leather jacket. That's all he's got, and a spike collar. See.
For those of you that said Juma P meant boobs when he said heavies, obviously she's got giant boobs. You guys don't know Yeonmi Park. You should look her up. Very interesting human being. She's been interviewed a bunch of times. She has good boobs, and people called them heavies. And because she's not from America, she didn't realize that people were complimenting her giant boobs. She thought they were calling her fat. This is a woman who almost starved to death. It's sad, but it's also sweet because she got a laugh out of it.
I'm looking
in the day's other headlines.
So, this is interesting because the Manhattan DA is now suing people for harassing him for indicting Donald Trump.
The fight over indicting former President Trump escalated sharply as a New York prosecutor sued a Republican congressman. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, a Democrat, obtained the Trump indictment in a hush money case. His federal lawsuit today names Representative Jim Jordan, who chairs the House Judiciary Committee and is now investigating Bragg's investigation. The suit calls that a, quote, transparent campaign to intimidate and attack the district attorney himself. It asks a judge to quash the committee's subpoenas.
It's interesting when we have all these like officials and people with high ranking offices suing one another. I'm going to investigate
I'll sue you. I'm going to investigate you. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to sue.
Yeah.
I'm going to sue.
Yeah.
I'm going to investigate. I'm going to sue to invest. Like, yeah, it's. I don't want to say it's becoming ridiculous because I think at various stages of American politics, you know, from America's inception to about 15 minutes ago, we've always done some version. We've always had some version of this exist. That's it. There's no great revelation.
It's kind of like whenever I call Hannibal and tell him I got a private eye following him. It's like, well, nigga, I'm investigating you too. What's the point?
We're just both investigating each other. Monty keeps saying the neighbor word because he's trying to get you guys demonetized.
I'm trying to get canceled. That's the point of the show, right?
Litigation.
No. The point of the show is Billy trying to get the show canceled, not us.
I'm just trying to prove that some people are uncancelable. The conquerors of this world cannot be canceled. You look at what were you talking about, Monty? Right before this, I literally just drew a blank.
Oh, getting Hannibal canceled.
Getting Hannibal canceled.
Yeah, he's just talking about trying to just hide the show.
No, that was in our private DMs. I'm sorry.
Oh, check this out.
I'm sorry.
Check this out. There was this guy who drove his car through a Black Lives Matter protest and got into an argument with some guy there and shot him and killed him, and he was convicted. He was found guilty. And he hasn't been sentenced yet, but he was found guilty, and the governor of Texas is already trying to pardon this guy. It's interesting.
Okay.
Return to the story of a Texas man convicted of killing a Black Lives Matter protester. There will be a pre-sentencing hearing for the Army sergeant this morning, but Texas Governor Greg Abbott has already signaled that a pardon is coming. John Quinones is in Fort Worth with the story. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. At first, this seemed like an open and shut case. A few days ago, a man who shot and killed a Black Lives Matter protester was convicted of murder. Well, this morning, that killer could come one step closer to being a free man.
If you were protesting Black Lives Matter and you were murdered by an Army sergeant, what would you do?
Daniel
Yeah,
Terry
that is the
was
what would you do guy.
convicted of murder last Friday in the fatal shooting of 28-year-old Garrett Foster. This morning, a date for his sentencing will be set, and he could face life in prison. But now, all eyes are on Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who has signaled a possible pardoning under state law. Posting on Twitter, "I have made that request and instructed the board to expedite its review. I look forward to approving the board's pardon recommendation as soon as it hits my desk."
So he hasn't even been sentenced yet. So
this is like when during the 2020 election, it was like they hadn't finished counting Georgia, and then Brad Raffensperger, our Secretary of State, was like, "Yeah, we're gonna recount these numbers." It was like they haven't finished counting yet. He's like, "Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're gonna recount it anyway." Yeah, just saying the quiet part out loud.
Yeah,
it's crazy because in a state like Texas, at least the way it is there now, pardoning someone who's clearly a murderer would actually help Abbott get reelected. Like in other states, it wouldn't, but because it was a Black Lives Matter protester.
Yeah, like Greg Abbott, was it Casey Ivey, Brian Kemp, Ron DeSantis are always in a race to the bottom. It's like, who can do the most deplorable thing? I think they're all kind of optioning, trying to kind of throwing feelers out there to see, like, okay, if I do some super crazy shit, maybe it'll put me in a position to possibly be able to run for president for 2024. Greg Abbott hasn't.
They're trying to out crazy Trump, is what you're saying.
Do we ever have riots in Texas?
I mean, like if you try to take away their guns, they riot. Well, they won't riot. They just shoot you.
That's the thing. Like we see the LA riots all the time when shit goes down. We see riots in some areas. Have we seen a good old Texan riot, or has it just become a massacre? What happens? Waco?
Yeah, I wouldn't riot in Texas. I just listen. I'm good on that. I'm good. Oh yeah, you gotta keep in mind, me and Monty, we grew up as black guys in the South. Like, so we're like, this stuff is like how, like, for everybody else, like, I can't believe this is happening for us. This is Tuesday.
Yeah. Like
this is normal shit in the South.
Have experienced and do experience real racism almost every day.
Okay. I didn't grow up in the South.
Concentrated shit.
I didn't grow up in the South. I'm a white guy, so I need to know a little bit more about how this feels. Would you rather experience racism or eat clam chowder?
Well, okay.
I'll eat clam chowder all day, every day.
How much racism?
Just like what's the normal amount of racism you might take in a month?
Like, are we talking about like my job applications mysteriously just getting thrown in the trash?
Stuff like that, yeah.
Or like, like them telling me, oh, this apartment property is available. Oh, this apartment property isn't available.
Explain.
Are we talking about like them calling me the N-word to my face at that Kid Rock concert?
Is that
like what?
That's definitely you definitely rather have chowder than that, right?
It the same amount of chowder we had when we were in when we were in.
You barely
Seattle?
ate any of that chowder.
Like
Hannibal.
a 4-ounce cup of chowder.
I did eat some of that chowder, and it made me very nauseous.
Yeah.
All right, answer the fucking question.
Listen, I might choose the racism. All right, because I know my stomach can handle that racism. It can't handle that chowder.
That's fair. I just had to know. I'm a white guy from the North. I've been Northwest my entire life. I just need to understand what it's like.
Okay. What if Hannibal? Okay. All racism just disappears. You just got to have one bowl of chowder a month.
A month? Oh, come on, man.
Once a month. You got to have one bowl of chowder.
I will not eat one bowl of chowder a month to end sickos.
You remember there was that episode of Seinfeld where the guy was needed mouth to mouth, and Jerry was looking at George and he was like, "Hey man, he might die." And Jerry was like, "Yeah. He might."
The Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles responding, saying they will be commencing that investigation immediately.
The governor's announcement undermines the rule of law here in the state of Texas, and I think undermines our public safety. What the governor said is that the people don't matter and their voices don't matter.
Someone got shot.
In July 2020, the white 12-year military veteran was driving for a ride-share company when he pulled up to a street with a crowd protesting the police killing of George Floyd. Police say that's when Foster, also white and an Air Force...
This is the guy that got killed here.
Veteran approached Perry's car while carrying an AK-47 type rifle, which is legal in Texas. Foster was then shot by Perry multiple times with a handgun Perry legally owned.
Someone got shot.
With Texas having one of the strongest stand-your-ground laws for self-defense, attorneys for Perry say he had no choice but to shoot Foster for his own protection. But prosecutors say Perry could have fled the scene instead.
At the sentencing hearing, the judge will have the opportunity to hear from the family member of the victims in this case, to hear about the impact of this crime.
This is what you get when you got a bunch of people running around with rifles during a protest.
Yeah, but you don't get riots.
Yeah, you definitely, it minimizes the riots when everybody, like if you've never been to, my mom and my sister live in the Houston area, and it's very common to like walk into like a Target or Walmart and then dudes are just walking around with ARs, and just buying shit. It is very common for somebody to just have like a rifle or a shotgun on them and just be walking around.
And then you get two paranoid motherfuckers that run into each other. They both are packing, and one of them shoots the other one.
If this guy never pointed his gun at the guy who killed him, it's murder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's murder.
But it's hard to know what actually happened.
Yeah, And honestly, if you're going to defend your life in front of a bunch of BLM protesters, when one of them's got a gun, you don't have the best witnesses. You might want to run.
And honestly,
it's no
though,
longer stand your ground. It's who's got your back.
I get the mentality that being armed can protect you, but I feel like being armed all the time, especially open carry, could get you unnecessarily shot by someone more likely than if you weren't doing that.
Yeah.
When Texas,
you could be seriously killed.
Yeah, when Texas passed that law for it to be like legal open carry, legal open carry, no permits needed. I remember thinking that their gun violence statistics were going to go up, and according to the good people at the Blaze News, that didn't happen. Those statistics did not go up drastically because of open carry. They'll say that those numbers actually went down based on how you look at the numbers. Keep in mind that's from the Blaze News, and if you've never read the Blaze News, first off, the Blaze News is objectively hilarious. It is just funny news.
Can we stop calling it the Blaze News?
I didn't want to call it just the Blaze.
Can we call it?
I feel like the Blaze sounds like you should get your news about like smoking weed.
Yeah.
Like I saw a comedian one time. I'm trying to think of how he said it. He said it's crazy because in California it's legal to smoke weed. And he says, I'm from Texas where it's legal to smoke other people.
Yeah, if I was walking around open carrying, especially like a long gun, I would be afraid of like the cops seeing me and shooting me, and I'd be afraid of other people getting spooked by me and thinking I'm threatening them and shooting me first. So it just doesn't seem like a good idea. In New Mexico, I believe it's always been open carry, like since the inception of New Mexico, and I used to see that shit all the time. People with a gun on their leg.
Georgia is also one of those states now where it's like you don't need a permit to carry. So it's like now like anywhere you go in Georgia, it is not uncommon to you could be like I could be at the Alabama Georgia border out like by like Villarica or something like that, a University of West Georgia, walk into a Walmart and just a bunch of dudes in pickup trucks walking around with their pistols on them. Like that is that is not like, and not just there. Like you can go like super far south, Columbus, Savannah, and super far east in like Covington, close to Greenville, South Carolina, super far north, like you go into Tennessee. It doesn't matter. Like it is just like there's a lot of guns here, man. It is for me, it makes me nervous just to like when I walk, like it used to be if I walked into a place and I saw a bunch of dudes with guns on them, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go because y'all really seem like y'all have done the proper training, and I don't want to find out, and that's it, and I leave. But now it's like everywhere. So I don't know.
The last time we had a guy open carrying a rifle like this, he shot and killed people who were trying to take the gun from him. It was Kyle Rittenhouse. And all the liberals were like, you should have never brought that gun to a protest anyways. But now that it's one of ours that got murdered, are they have the same energy? Because what I see here is that liberal or conservative, it's the conservative that wins when it comes to guns.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the NRA has done a very good job of Jim Jeffries, I think actually said it best. He's like, there's only one real good reason that guns are, legal and accessible in America the way they are, because Americans love guns. Yeah, period. Just all across the board. And this isn't like a conservative thing or a liberal thing. I know lots of people that voted for Joe Biden, that voted for Obama twice, that have oil paintings of Obama in their living room, that also love fucking guns. Like people love guns. Like go back and watch Aliens and then take the guns out. Sigourney Weaver, one of the things that when she initially got hired to do Aliens, she said she didn't want any guns in the movie because she didn't want to promote that type of violence. Could you imagine those Marines going to LV-426 without guns, just going out there trying to tase some xenomorphs? Be dead in seconds.
And they said, "Oh, sorry, Sigourney, that's a dumb idea."
Yes.
And there's a scene in the movie where it was like they tell him, hey, don't use the guns when y'all go in there. And he was like, what are we supposed to use? Harsh language? Like Sigourney Weaver would have had them make a movie where they used harsh language against aliens.
Yeah. Get away from her, you bitch.
When I was growing up, it was sticks and stones will break my bones. Names will never hurt me. And now it's words are the worst thing, and I will punch you if you use the wrong ones.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
But also punching is wrong unless you vote differently than I.
No,
vote.
if it's a Nazi, it's okay. And everyone is a Nazi if they don't agree with you. That's the secret these days.
Yeah. I haven't had anybody call me a Nazi yet. I'm waiting on the day. I'm waiting to get called a Nazi.
I get called Nazi all the time. I get called Nazi and what's the other one? Not pedo.
Because PDF file gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah, I don't really get called pedo. Very, very rarely. Every once in a while.
PDF
during
file.
bed
That's
talk.
fucking hilarious.
But it's commie. Yeah, commie Nazi or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
SJW. That's the one.
Groomer gets thrown around a lot too.
Well, I'll just be existing, and then people will be like, "You're a SJW cuck. You're a Nazi. You're a Nazi," all the time, and it's like, you know what I actually am. Not playing your game.
You cannot see me.
I'm not subscribing to your stupid fucking game. The shirts versus skin mentality, and everybody beats the crap out of each other's dignity until nobody has anything left at the end of the day. I guess it's a lot easier to fight each other than feed each other.
All right, yeah.
We're gonna move on to check out this other thing. We have two famous internet personalities that I think there's going to be a flame war between.
Okay.
Because all the trolls out there are going to whip this one up a lot. Shots fired by Wings of Redemption.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Wings.
Are you familiar with Wings?
That sounds like a Christian rock band.
No, Hannibal's not. I know
Richard.
he's not.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's so much lore, just like with a lot of these lolcows that have been around for like a long time. Wings of Redemption is like a successful lolcow, though. You know, like
he didn't start out as a lolcow, right? He was in the
Kinda
gaming
like
community.
DSP.
He was in the gaming community. DSP started out the same way Blade started out.
But even though that's true, when he became a lolcow, he was still on like PKA for years and stuff like that. So he was still successful and popular.
But the PKA was from his gaming history. It took him a while to completely lose that connection to his lolcow ability.
Yeah, he slowly kind of like lost it. Yeah. So
we got a super chat from Mr. Joker Card. Mr. Joker says, "Did you guys hear that the KFC Double Down was removed from the menu?"
Why would that happen?
What?
Why would that happen?
The heart attack with cheese. Yeah.
Someone in the chat said PKA, the Painkiller Already podcast. They've been around for a long time and they're really popular. And and Wings of Redemption was on it for a long time. And he did kind of lolcow it up to the point where he ended up like quitting the show. I think he quit. I don't think he got fired. But yeah, here's Wings of Redemption, and he calls out Cobra. He talks smack about Cobra.
I mean, like any man that wants to sit here and pretend that he's like a gothic bad boy is the dry spell of his dating life. That's it.
Okay, so here's a little intro, but they'll touch on it more. There are so many great like freak out compilations of him. Like he'll just like,
those are the best.
There are times where he got trolled into like literally bawling his eyes out live during the live stream, and he's broken so many controllers because like when he's having a bad gaming day, he'll just take the controller and like whip it across the room.
Does Wings have crippling autism?
I don't think so.
Oh, must be easy to talk about Cobra's life.
Wings never changes. Since the dawn of Richard, he has been...
Yeah, the trolls trolled him. They kept calling him Richard, and he like freaked out eventually because his name isn't Richard. He's like, "Stop calling me Richard."
Crying.
What a weird thing to trigger you.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
He eats banquet meals. Like he'll just be like slurping up a banquet TV dinner meal. And they trolled him about
ever do that. Don't touch those.
Well, I mean, what's Cobra eating? If we're gonna go point for
I would
point,
rather eat a banquet meal than what Cobra's eating. That's true.
I respect Cobra's food more because he put heart and soul into it. I would eat the banquet though,
dude.
Hey,
Hannibal,
Cobra's
you
cooking that shit at home.
With your eating habits, you could not eat like Cobra's shit. Have you guys ever watched like the stuff Cobra eats?
We did on season or unseason one time. We watched the pig brain bug burger.
He's topped himself. He's topped himself.
Yeah.
What
Has
was
he
that?
topped the big brain bug burger?
What did he put like? He put like
He
squid.
had snails and squid in a burrito.
Yeah,
but I think the pig. I think the pig brain bug burger, the pig brain bug burger is beyond that.
I don't agree.
Yeah, no, I think the pig brain bug burger is beyond that too.
You know what? I'd have to see it. All I know is the pig brain bug burger made me nauseous for days. Just thinking about it made me nauseous.
Yeah, that was the first one I saw where I was like impressed that he ate it. Everything else is like, he just likes, he's got weird taste. Then there was the one he
doubled down. The humanity.
The humanity.
Which did you all hear that Glenn Jacobs ran for mayor? The wrestler, Kane.
Wait,
he's wearing a suit?
Was that the guy in the suit?
All his problems on anything but himself, due to narcissism and gluttony. Years on, Richard's life has become an uninhabitable abyss of Pepsi Cola and Wendy's chili boxes. It was in this
Pause it. Why the fuck we got to be talking bad about Wendy's chili, okay? Wendy's chili didn't do nothing to nobody, okay? Yeah. They take all of the missing raccoon chunks and duck hooves and fucking fingernail filings that they can, and they ground it up into a nice chili. And don't be hating on. You know what? That shit made me mad, bro. It's like leave Wendy's chili alone.
Why
are you so mad, Hannibal?
It's not that because I worked at Wendy's when I was younger. And they, where the chili meat comes from? It's just the burnt meat from the grill that stayed on the grill too long. When it gets too dark, then you put it in the heated drawer, and then later on you chop it up and mix it with all the chili shit.
Yeah, you turn it into chili.
You love it. Like
Hannibal. Just like we practice. Look at me. Look at me. Use your calm. Hannibal.
I'm calm. I just was mad that the nigga he was talking about.
We're calm.
I'm calm.
Beetlejuice. Remember?
Hey. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wings was born, and it is here that Wings will die. Because in Trailer 101, no one ever enters and no one ever leaves. Because Wings never changes.
That was quite the intro.
Yeah, it is.
Breaking banquet.
Okay.
Because he eats the banquet dinners.
Yes.
Fall out my chair.
Oh my God.
I think we're all pretty bored. Yeah, me too. It's fucking raining here. Watch some King Cobra's snail meat. What does that even mean, Chad Warden?
Yeah, he made a disgusting burrito with like jarred snail and squid in it. And it looks
we might have to watch that video tomorrow.
I think the snail was a different burrito than
was
the
that
squid
different?
was.
Okay.
Yeah, there was like multiple so many burritos.
They all run
now.
together for me. Yeah. And he calls them a burrito. It's not a burrito. It looks like a turd because he bakes it like over and over and over again. He uses like a whole thing of country crock making it.
Because he says that he can turn it into a chimichanga if you do that.
Yeah, it's a chimichanga according to the majority of our audience.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's not even a chimichanga.
It's country crotch, Ben. Say it right. Nobody should ever use that.
Gross.
Call it by its name, country crotch. It's disgusting.
Bailey, you've been summoned. Come here, baby girl. All right, I'm going to let you guys know. Bailey is not looking her best. Bailey needs to go see Miss Karen. She needs her hair done. Now all the animals are coming. They heard me talk. All right, you get down. Look, Gray, you get to go down too. This is going to bark at you. There you go. Snail meat burrito be bussin'. What kind of dog is Bailey? She's a Shih Tzu. She's a Shih Tzu. Shih Tzu. Potato. Fix my picture in the back. Does it bother you? All right, let's see what we got. So what's the news currently? I feel like so inadequate because like the only thing I really follow is like fucking cars. It's like everything is like so fucking taboo. It's like I'm looking at the headlines. It's like Las Vegas mass shooting.
See, that's kind of cool. He likes cars and he lives in a mobile home.
You know, he got the same surgery Boogie did, but he went to Mexico to get it. But he gained a lot of the weight back.
I think him and Boogie are supposed to box.
Is that for real?
Possibly.
I mean, are they the same size overall?
I'm not exactly sure the height.
Yeah, and is that safe for Boogie to do with this? They both got the surgery. Like, I would think a punch to the gut when you've had that kind of surgery might not be a good thing.
I don't know. Once it heals up, I think you're fine.
Okay.
The gastric bypass?
Yeah,
surgery?
they both had it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
There's the one good thing is even if they don't fight, I think if either of them train like they're going to fight, they'll probably get a lot healthier.
Yeah,
it'd be a good routine to get into.
They got to because there's so much cardio in boxing training. They got to start slow and work their way up to it. Yeah, because if they didn't train well, it would be the most boring boxing match ever. They'd be tired by the end of the first round. It'd be ridiculous.
It'd be interesting. Just seeing them squared up, two fatties swinging is worth 5 seconds.
Eventually, they're if no one gets knocked out in the first round, the next few rounds would be like the weakest punches.
But that
ever.
first round is worth it. Just having them chubsters flying. People keep saying lap band in the chat. Someone says they tied a seatbelt around their stomachs. It's not lap band. They got gastric bypasses where
they made their stomach smaller.
They cut the stomach apart and then sew it up so it basically just becomes a tube. They cut off the stomach.
Yeah. Yeah, if one of them were smart and that happened, they would let the other guy wear himself out in the first round and then attack in the second or third round.
You got to do rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
Or grope-a-dope.
And implored him not to shoot and kill innocent people. I'm surprised dude had friends. Florida teacher fired for asking students to write their own obituaries on the day of an active shooter drill. Who does that? And like who fucking does this?
Florida
Dudes,
teacher?
Look here. I know you guys want me to make fun of King Jobra, whatever the fuck.
King Jobra? Did he just
King
call him King
Jobra.
Jobra?
That's exactly what he called him.
Listen, sometimes when I see the letter C, it makes a J sound.
King Jobra.
Get it?
It is Josh.
I mean, like any man that wants to sit here and pretend that he's like a gothic bad boy and wears like leather belts on his neck and claims that he's a witch and makes magical wands. I mean, real talk, the only spell this motherfucker's a part of is the dry spell of his dating life.
Oh,
who the fuck are you dating? Wings?
Richard.
That's a week.
Dude, Wings lives in a trailer. You know he's got some sort of trailer skank. He's got something. You don't live in a trailer unless you have.
I believe he's public about it. I think he's married and everything.
Yeah, you know he's got some sort of something dripping around a trailer. Single men don't live in trailer parks.
All right,
that's it.
Unless they're PDF files.
Move on from it. The beef jerky flavor I get most.
So that's all he says about Cobra in this. He's like, move on from it. Here's a little bit of Cobra to kind of cleanse our palate. Everyone, please give the stream a like. Like it up. If you just showed up, like it up, like it up, like it up.
Yeah, rub the fuck out of that massage like button.
Like it very consensually, show the like button.
Don't be like the Dalai Lama. Don't suck the thumb.
Yeah. Don't tell the like button to suck your tongue. Don't.
Oh no.
And messy Taco Bell.
Okay.
So we got some shout outs to give, and I got a bottle for a video responsible doing after my shout out video. I have a glass of this real quick. This is the Apothic Dark Bold Red Blend. Beautiful. I love me some Apothic wine.
Wine. I love the way he says that.
Freedom in darkness. It draws.
Is the wine arc going to be the end of Cobes?
No, I don't think the wine will kill him. It'll be like some liquor that he binges on all night. You know what I mean? Like
that wine is goth as fuck.
It is goth.
Because he'll say like he'll be like, I only had 3 drinks, but literally the drink is like a full pint glass of like pure liquor.
But it's mixed with, that's not pure liquor.
It's almost pure liquor.
It's always mixed with Mountain Dew and other like.
It's like 2/3 liquor. I've seen one where it's like 2/3 liquor and like a splash of like Mountain Dew.
And I've seen a
some
ton
other
that was like half beer, half Mountain Dew.
I know you want to defend him so bad, Billy.
I'm
I
just
know.
pointing things out.
Okay.
What alcohol does Mountain Dew pair well with?
If your statement can't take a little pushback, Ben, then your statement's not strong.
I just noticed your overwhelming urge to defend King Cobra.
It's a personal
fine.
bias you have.
It's a personal bias you have.
No.
Yes.
All right.
I but seriously, like, what would you, what do you chase? What do you use Mountain Dew as a chase? You said vodka?
Yeah.
So you drinking Belvedere and fucking Grey Goose and Mountain Dew?
Oh, I do that. Tito's and Mountain Dew. Tito's and Mountain Dew.
What did he call Tanqueray? Didn't he have like a weird way of saying Tanqueray?
I can't remember.
It was weird.
Tanqueray.
It was something like
it was
that.
Tanqueray, yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Now, was it Tranquery?
I was talking shit. Wait, did he really say Tanqueray?
He did, yeah. It was query in the middle. Tranquery, yes. It was Tranquery. Thank you, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, this wine, does he drink combo it or does he drink it straight?
It's the senses. Apothic, dark lens, bold layers of dark blueberry and blackberry with
Cobra does not have the best vision. Like people get on his ass for his reading, but he actually does not have good vision at all.
Yeah.
With
adjust those glasses, dude.
Notes of coffee and dark chocolate with a rich smooth finish. Get the cork out. We gotta use this is for 21 and up, YouTube.
21 and up. He says that every time he's drinking now.
You know, it's an official, more fancy wine when you gotta use a corkscrew. There she goes.
Oh my God. He always he's the kind of guy that like he puts the garlic butter on his pizza and then he slurps the garlic butter out of the little cup, like the leftover. Or he'll use like the knife to like put mayonnaise on his sandwich and he'll lick the mayo off. He sucked on the corkscrew after he pulled it out of the cork.
I just saw that.
What the fuck?
Waste not, what not.
Goes and blows. A little skull.
Is that the wine glass? Nice.
The drinking out the skulls of his enemies. I got
you.
you.
Thank you for your $15. These are all cash apps. For Josh, Josh, make a double down food hack. Here's $15. Well, when KFC brings it back, I'll definitely consider doing that. Thank you for your money.
Food hack, double down food hack. I took a double down and I put 2 buns around it.
He just turns it into a bacon cheese sandwich.
Yes. a double meat chicken sandwich.
Ashley, thank you for your $3.15. Happy late birthday, Josh. 1K up. Cyrax, he's a sicko. Yeah, fuck Cyrax, dude.
He's gonna do a Cyrax
diss track on my new album, and it's so fucking good, dude.
That's about to be money.
Get the sound of Cyrax getting his ass kicked.
So he sampled Cyrax getting his ass kicked by Marty.
I like that.
It made for a nice opening, too.
I'm guessing Hannibal didn't see the Cyrax getting beat up clip.
No, I did. I did. And I was actually thinking about that before we came on DP. I was like, there was that whole YouTuber fight card that we had looked at. And I was like, damn, I never looked into how any of those fights turned out. And yeah, so.
Yeah. I don't think that's happened yet. I don't think that's happened yet. Creator Clash 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this weekend, I believe.
But Chris Raygun's opponent got banned from the event.
Froggy Fresh got banned, and he's replaced with another guy. I don't even remember the guy's name. I was looking forward to Froggy Fresh, Chris Raygun.
Dude,
but listen, like if you do all that preparation for Froggy Fresh, and then you don't have to fight Froggy Fresh, I need another 3 months to train for my new opponent.
Yeah, the new guy got like 2 weeks to train. Or 3 weeks to train?
Cyrax row battle. Let's make it happen.
What's a row battle? Let's do it, though. Rap battle? I don't want to hear Cyrax rap.
He raps all the time. He thinks he's a rapper.
I know, I don't want to hear it.
I want to hear abysmal.
Listen, and before this episode ends, Hannibal the Beat Animal would be a very happy boy to hear Cyrax spitting some hot fire.
Oh God. You should. I do want to hear Cobra diss track Cyrax, though. I swear that's going to be good.
They're fucking miserable. Holy shit. Like, how can we call Cobra a sicko today? Now, I know Cobra hates sickos, and he's got a good heart. So let's spend all day calling him one, because that's just how retarded my trolls be.
Yep.
Josh,
they know the one thing you hate the most, and they call you it because they're petty.
Yeah.
your videos for the past couple of years, and I wish you the best. You have to stop drinking so much, find things to do, maybe expend on ways unable to make money, blah, 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 blah. I want you to enjoy your life while you're alive. I spent the last 4 years in the Army, and I'm unemployed at the moment. I would love to talk with you about lifestyle and possibly counsel you on your goals. Well, I appreciate that, but you don't have to do that. I would do this for free and to see you thrive. Take care, from Dylan. Well, thank you, Dylan, for your service. I appreciate it. To be fair with you, I haven't had alcohol in like the last couple of days. You know? So I am able to, like, people think I'm helpless with this kind of thing, but I'm able to cut down on my drinking. Be like,
he was really upset that they discontinued the double down, though. He complained about it for like hours the other night. That was his go-to from KFC.
He really wasn't getting over it.
Yeah.
It was cute.
okay, so like you went the last 2 days without drinking, buy a bottle of wine and sip on it.
Here it is, with the Tranquery right there.
This stuff is made in London, England, and this is an alcoholic beverage. So this is made for 21 and up, y'all.
21 and up.
You took away the double down. Well, let's see what the spicy chicken's about. I remember ordering it.
Did he doze off?
Oh, he's wasted.
He always has a little disc failure in his head.
The bog disc.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's
Hey, Copes, huge fan. My wife and I love to snuggle and watch your cooking videos. She's learned so much that she actually got a promotion at her chef's job. She works at a Mexican restaurant downtown. Everything's great, but lately I've been getting... What the fuck? IBS from eating too many burritos. Do you have any drink combos that can soothe my damaged butthole? Fuck sickos, love. Next level start.
These are my favorite
Yes,
troll
thank you.
donos, where they're like complimentary and then they say some really fucking like out there shit and Copes like takes them seriously. Those are the type of troll donos that I enjoy. I love those. Calling him a sicko, it's like, it's so boring. So pedestrian.
John, for your $1 holler, dude. I appreciate that. Don't have any drink combos for that, bud. Just be careful what you put in your burritos, I guess. Stop pouring liquor and beer onto your carpet. That's why you got evicted from your last shithole, you moron.
Yeah, because they're like, hey, why do you? Because he always spills shit like intentionally all over his carpet.
He always pours a little out for the dead homies right in front of his chair on the carpet.
Yeah, it probably stinks like stale beer.
Honestly, never learn anything. Apparently, my trolls don't learn anything, Gavin. Because I'm never going to get evicted from this apartment, you fucking moron, because my landlord is a fan of my videos. And pouring beer onto the carpet is not what got me evicted from my last place. My lease was terminated, you stupid fucking retard. Honestly, my trolls are fucking stupid. I'm going to give...
It was terminated because his apartment smelled like tobacco and spray paint.
Also, fuck chicos.
Fuck chicos.
Why did it say chicos when it was spelled sickos?
Fuck chicos.
That was a weird way.
Cobra money, even though I hate his guts.
Chicos.
Pouring out a little bit of liquor for some shooting victims, they're not going to kick me out for that. If anything, like, you know what? Cobra's a sweet guy.
Cobra is a sweet guy.
So
I'm with you, Copes. You eat disgusting food, but you're sweet.
Can my trolls be any more fucking jealous? Hey, Cobra,
Could you imagine being so sweet like King Cobra, that you could eat some sour shit like snail burritos and it'd be fine because you're just so sweet?
Hey, it's his fucking body. He can put that bullshit in his body if he wants.
He's like, you just know his bathroom is like destroyed, right? Like every time
shits he takes,
you got to like open every window in the house. Okay,
yeah, I'm never using his bathroom, even to pee.
Yeah, I bet you walk in the house and you instantly just get hit with like a wall of like just funk. It just, and he lives in Wyoming. I bet it's like, is he in like one of the hot parts of Wyoming, or is Wyoming all?
It's all pretty fucking desert. Casper, Wyoming has got to be.
It's cold during the winter for sure.
Yeah, it depends on the season.
Yeah,
I started keto on Sunday again, and speaking of these terrorizing dumps, today I woke up and spent 45 minutes on like I was a soft serve machine, just straight.
Oh man! Just stop!
Figure I'll let y'all in on that.
Oh,
it's the good guy in me that wants to share.
Listen, as somebody who's been doing plant-based dieting for the last few years, I am a very regular human being, and I say that to say, like, I just cannot imagine being in Cobes' house while this dude is just dropping a deuce. That shit got to be raw as hell, boy. I know that shit is like fucking, you got to like burn candles, open the windows, turn the fan on. You got to do all kind of shit. I'm gonna just bring in a dirty ferret just to run around the apartment.
Here you go. He's got Taco Bell, so you know that's gonna be one of the better ones.
I didn't have a plunger, so I had to get a toilet ferret.
A bacon club chalupa with chicken, avocado ranch sauce, extra bacon, lettuce, extra 3 cheese blend, tomatoes, onions, beans, jalapeno peppers, steak, and a creamy jalapeno sauce. Taco Bell is not a sponsor. This is just free advertisement. I love Taco Bell. It's one of my favorite fast food restaurants. We got 2.
Yeah, because Taco Bell is like
least favorite.
Everything they have at Taco Bell is a food hack. Yes. It's the same 4 ingredients, just styled differently.
I'm sure they inspired him to incorporate Doritos.
Well, it's stoner culture.
The chalupa is badass. Don't talk shit about the chalupa.
I have sworn. I have like Taco Bell is one of the few fast food restaurants I have sworn off for the rest of my life.
Really?
The rest of your life?
Done.
The rest forever? Forever?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with Taco Bell. Taco Bell, Arby's. I mean, I never really ate at Arby's, so me saying I'm boycotting Arby's, Church's Chicken, you know. But that's political though. That's what that is.
I was watching, or I looked at this fight promo they made for Boogie 298 versus Wings of Redemption, and it said Boogie Wings on the poster for the fight, and it had their bellies pressed together. But I saw Boogie Wings, and I thought to myself, what would like an order of hot wings inspired by Wings of Redemption and Boogie 298 be? You know, like how would you like, they're gamers, they're lol cows? What would be some book? Would you get the banquet sauce and like do the banquet TV dinner in a Mountain Dew reduction and use that as the sauce on the wings? What would you do? How would you make that work? I don't know why my mind went to that.
Wait. What are we putting together again?
Boogie 298 and Wings of Redemption are rumored to have a boxing match. They're lol cows. They're chubsters. The promo, the poster that someone posted, a fan poster, said Boogie Wings on the title, and it made me think, what would Boogie and Wings Redemption what would if you were at fucking Buffalo Wild Wings and you ordered the Boogie Wings inspired by Boogie and Wings of Redemption, what would they be? We know Wings loves his banquet dinners. Boogie loves his Mountain Dew.
Okay. No. This is you gotta. Well, it will come with a Mountain Dew. The wings.
No. I think there's a way that you can make a spicy habanero sauce.
Because I would make
you make in Mountain Dew.
Is there a banquet dinner with habanero in it?
Yeah. You can make a spicy sauce with habanero.
No, I was thinking about.
I need you to be the referee for this match. Could you like ref this match?
Nah, that's too much work. Who they really need to be the referee? There's Eugenia Cooney.
But she might get trampled by one of them.
That's the risk she's got to take.
No, I don't agree with
I want to see Eugenia Cooney refereeing this fight.
She's too small.
She's too perfect.
She would snap like a twig.
Why do you want to put her? They won't hit her.
Well, that would disrupt the entire boxing match because sometimes the ref has to get in and break it up.
She might have to.
No, that's not going to happen.
You don't think Eugene and Cooney's going to be quicker than these guys are strong?
Just not for nothing. I had a random musing just now. I was like, man, my whole life, I really did grow up thinking Yokozuna was just a Japanese sumo wrestler. He was very clearly Samoan, and we was just like the WWE was just lying to us, and I'm just falling for these stereotypes. It was just like, but that's Japanese dude. He looks just like E Honda. No, he doesn't. He doesn't look like E Honda at all. He looks like fucking The Rock.
He was Polynesian, right? Wasn't he? He wasn't Samoan.
He's Samoan. He's part of that whole family.
I thought he was.
I think he was like Umaga's brother. I think Umaga might have been his brother. Or Rikishi. I think Rikishi was
maybe Rikishi is his brother.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I thought he was a cousin.
Hey, wait, the Usos are Rikishi's kids? Or is it Solo Sikoa is one of Rikishi's kids?
Yeah, he is Samoan American, billed as Polynesian. For some reason, I thought he was part Polynesian.
No, he's Anawai. He's part of the Anawai family.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Boogie Wars. Yeah. What banquet sauce, Monty, would you use in making wings for Wings of... Is it Wings of Redemption?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd go with like the banquet Thanksgiving thing and do like a Thanksgiving style.
From a banquet TV dinner?
Yes. Yes, you just got to spice that sauce up a little bit because that shit's bland. It's made for old people. If we got to use it, we got to use it. We're going to take that banquet turkey gravy and turn it into something special.
For some wings. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Wendy's chili. Maybe Mountain Dew Wendy's chili reduction to cover those wings and make a Wendy's chili and Mountain Dew sauce for those wings.
Yes.
Those could be boogie wings.
Yeah,
that would be something.
Somebody needs to purify Wendy's chili, pour in Mountain Dew, and cook it down to a reductive sauce. Cover it in wings, eat them, and tell us if it was the worst idea ever.
That definitely sounds like a violent case of mud butt right there. like extreme wild bowels.
Yeah.
That sounds like.
I wanted to show, especially Hannibal. We're gonna have to interrupt it a lot to get commentary in, but this is I'm gonna play some Cyrax rap, but before that I'm gonna play the beatdown video because there's some crazy shit to analyze in this. All right. Okay. So just to set the scene right here. This was a live stream done by this guy who's been an online rival of Cyrax for a very long time, and he got an Airbnb down the road from where Cyrax lives. So this is the live stream from Marty's perspective, and Cyrax is about to show up.
At this part of the video, Marty is the self-proclaimed king of Akron. By the end of this video, he is the undisputed king of Akron.
Okay, now real quick. Now, does it matter that I like? Is it relevant to my watching and viewing experience and overall pleasure, for me to know who or what Cyrax is?
He's a lesser Boglum.
A lesser Boglum?
Yes. Cobra is like a greater Boglum.
He's a high Boglum.
That's usually what greater.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the bigger of the species.
Cyrax is a diaper Boglum.
All right, so I want you to just look right now, okay?
Okay. All right.
You can't see Cyrax anywhere, all right? You see the telephone pole in the foreground?
Yes.
Just keep your eye to the right of that across the street and watch this car go by. It's so crazy. Watch. Boom, there he is. He appears out of nowhere. One more time. Watch.
Now, the theory, and you can watch and go along with it, the theory is Cyrax was riding that car gremlin style on the rear side, and when it drove by, he just jumped off.
Yeah, watch him just appear. Watch. Boom, there he is.
Wow.
Fucking close-up magic.
Wow.
And here comes Marty. Cyrax ran up on Marty. Marty got like 2 thumps. And Cyrax went down.
Shit.
That's like a scum pinata.
Fuck.
Why will you leave me alone, boy?
Well, you leave me alone. That's Cyrax talking, by the way.
Why don't you leave me alone, boy?
Why wouldn't you learn? Love you. Love you.
Cyrax had to roll a natural 20 to win that fight.
He didn't.
I don't know if he rolled an 18. I don't know what it was, but anything other than natural 20 was not going to give him the advantage.
Oh, yeah, he starts screaming. Yeah.
Come on, man. Don't scream like a bitch.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, it
Here's the
gets
thing.
worse.
It gets way worse.
Get the fuck out of here. Who's the king?
Who's the king?
You are.
You are.
You are Marty.
Then run away now.
And undisputed king of Akron. And where are we now?
Shut the fuck up. Fine. Shit. You win. You win. Please let me go. I'm thanking you. Please.
Please.
I acknowledge you, my tribal chief.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he runs back to his lair.
Damn.
Boggs back.
Man, you had to arrive at an ass whooping. That is terrible.
He ran right into it. He's a really little guy. I don't know what he was thinking.
Oh,
Yeah, he looked
his
like he
brain
moved
doesn't
across
work
the
like
street
normal
pretty
people.
And he got his nose broken, but as soon as he got back home, he started talking shit again about how, like, I'm still standing here. I can take a punch. Look at that. You know? But then he also called the cops, and there's like body cam footage and stuff. It's ridiculous.
Well, boys, we hit the jackpot this time.
So, all y'all motherfuckers thinking you stop me? Y'all ain't doing shit, man. Cause I'm on the rise.
You have that mask, don't you, Hannibal?
What you gonna do?
I do have that mask.
Little punk ass motherfuckers.
That's what Cyrax looks like.
No.
Yes.
No, man. Your top teeth, bro. Like, shit.
Yeah.
You ever play that game? You ever play that game where you're like at perspective and you're looking at somebody across the street and you put your fingers out and their head's so small it can fit in between your fingers and you just pretend to squeeze their head and squish them? This happened to Cyrax. He's the only person that was ever successful against.
Now shut the fuck up, motherfucker. And listen up. Time to teach you a lesson, little boy. Let's go. Haha, Scarface, bitch. Yeah. I'm so sick of these motherfuckers always looking at me like they wanna get a motherfucking piece of me. Everybody always wanna try to keep me from making motherfucking history of my motherfucking name.
Get it,
Here I am looking right at you.
Right at you.
I'll be honest with you. I expected worse.
Oh, this is your first time hearing it too, Billy? Okay, all right. I just presumed you had heard this already and was like, "Oh, this is trash." But all right, so I'm getting the exclusive experience right now. Okay,
it is
let's do
trash, but I expected worse.
Yo,
Okay.
safe, please. Let's go find this hater.
I forgot to play the intro, apparently.
How you like me now?
I'm the only video with the good kind of very drama. That's because Jesus.
Like, as terrible as the verses are, I've heard so much worse. And also, his shit talk at the beginning was passable. That was passable shit talk on a rap track.
This is Cyrax.
Yes.
And this is his diss song about the king of Akron.
Maybe. I don't even know what this is all about, but probably.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. I
Fucking
just want to make sure it was.
like you gonna fucking do something when really you ain't gonna motherfucking do shit. Here I am making a name for myself. Ain't no way
Nice.
I'm never gonna
I like
stop.
the
I'm
drums in the
going
video.
straight to the motherfucking top, and I got no intentions on motherfucking stopping. Man, here I am running right over every single one of you acting like you're gonna do something. Hell nah, you.
Could you imagine using a Japanese bidet toilet and it's like cleaning your ass and then you stand up to walk away after the bidet cleans your ass, and it was just Cyrax inside the toilet.
Cyrax has something kind of in common with Jared, if you know what I mean. Kind of got something in common with Jared.
What's that?
You know,
I think he's got more than that. He's like.
Oh yeah, I guess that.
He
but
molested a kid named Billy.
Oh,
a
yeah.
blind kid named Billy.
Is it people of a certain age that Cyrax has in common?
Well, he has an affinity for.
Well, he gets catfish just like Jared does all the time.
But he actually molested a boy named Billy. The blind boy named Billy. He actually did that.
I like that you pointed out that it was the Billy that he allegedly performed. I don't know I don't know the safe way to say what it is. I like that you pointed out that he said, "Hey, that Billy was blind. It's not me. I very much have sight and can see."
It's can't see Billy, not see Billy.
Motherfucker, the name is motherfucking Skullface. I'll hit you with the motherfucking skull right in the motherfucking face, and
I'll hit you with a skull in the face.
Does it mean a
headbutt?
Motherfucking face.
Maybe a headbutt, but a boglum always does have random skulls laying around
to drink out of.
Maybe I don't know what they use them for. They might use them as a dish during key parties when they have boglum swinger parties. And Gothy comes over. They all, instead of putting their keys in the fucking key party bowl, they put their teeth sets in. And whoever's denture insert you pull out is the one you go home with at the boglum swinger parties.
I'm not tripping. This dude got like kind of a lot of neck meat, right?
Yeah. He does have a lot of neck meat.
His
shoulders.
Yeah, his traps going from like his arm. It's like his arm, like perfect trap right up to his ear meat.
Yeah. This is ONNM instead of OG over neck meat.
But those are like short bus traps.
Yes, also that.
Yeah,
yes.
They're not Brock Lesnar traps.
No,
this is true. It is.
No, we're not saying they're intimidating. It's just a lot of it.
Yeah.
What if he was proportionately like at his height? If he was also as big as Brock Lesnar, how terrifying would that be? This same guy, but built like Brock Lesnar.
Oh my God! Like a Hills Have Eyes Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Here's another one.
Wasn't that kind of what the character was in Mad Max? Or no, the
Master Blaster?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I want to
listen to what I have to say. I'm going to take you back to that one specific day. I was lying in the bed alone while listening to you and him talk on the phone.
He's showing his softer side. He's got pain in it.
If they have the money, I don't see why not. She'll be ready by 9 o'clock. You came in and said it's time to get up. Shower and will make you pretty with makeup.
Is he talking about getting his girl ready to be pimped out?
Dress and hair done to match. You told me I'm a breathtaking catch. I sat on the couch waiting with you, but what was in store for me?
Could you imagine if the closest thing you ever had to love was getting your girl covered in makeup to pimp her out? Like,
Jesus.
This is his love song. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong.
Is it for Gothy?
Is his love song about getting the girl ready to send to a guy at 9 o'clock to have sex with for money while he was hiding on the bed listening to her talk to the guy? Is that not what he just said? Am I tripping? Did I hear this wrong?
Listen. I didn't want to say this, but I was like, "Yeah, can you run this back?" And I was just because I'm trying to hear what he's saying. At first, I was captivated by his bad, but now I'm actually trying to listen to what he's saying.
Run it back.
I'm pretty sure he starts out saying he was listening to her talk to him on the bed in like a weird like boglum cuck scenario, but then it was talking about get you ready for him and get you makeup. I don't know.
Shut your mouth and listen to what I have to say. I'm going to take you back to that one specific day. I was lying in the bed alone while listening to you and him talk on the phone. You said, well, if they have the money, I don't see why not. she'll be ready by 9 o'clock. You came in and said it's time to get up. Shower and we'll make you pretty with makeup. In a pretty white dress and hair done to match. You told me.
So what do you think? Were you right? I can't tell.
I have no idea. I don't know if we're supposed to be following this story. I think
he said he was laying alone in his bed and heard you talking to him. So he was on the phone. So was he listening to her on the phone? Was he like a three-way call, getting her ready to pimp? And then she comes in, he puts makeup on her at 9 o'clock in a white dress, getting her ready?
It's so open to interpretation, I guess.
I think he's dating a prostitute.
I feel like it's supposed to be like a pretty literal story. We shouldn't be having to guess at what's going on.
Is this his Roxanne? His version?
You don't have to put on the red wine.
Wait, hit play. I want to hear what this, I want to hear a little bit more. I want to hear where this story goes. Just give us another like 20, 30 seconds. Wait, I want to see something.
Okay, so Brother Ardash says he stole this poem from an actual trafficking victim. Manny T says he stole this from a poem. So this is confirmed stolen poetry that he's rapping about.
That's so Brett Keane of him.
Hey, don't make fun of this individual situation.
Breathtaking catch. I sat on the couch waiting with you, but what was in store for me, I had no clue. They came in, 3 men. I will never forget the sight of them. They cost you a lot of money while grabbing me by the hand and saying, "Come with me." Honey, I didn't want to go, but yet you made me do it. You let them rape me for that fucking money. I cried and
What?
Why would he do this?
Yeah. All right, okay. No, listen. That makes all right. Yeah. If this was a poem that somebody wrote about being sex trafficked, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm going to rap this," then yes, that makes sense. That would explain why his flow is trash. That would explain that would explain a whole lot about this song. Otherwise, I got nothing. That's the only thing that makes sense is that he took a poem about sex trafficking and decided to put it on this beat and then record it and release it so other people could hear
it. If I had a nickel for every time I stole a poem from a sex trafficking victim and rapped it, I would have no nickels.
Oh no!
Why does Cyrex have a nickel?
I think he literally did it for a nickel.
We're gonna call you Zero Nickel Billy. There you go. That don't even flow. We need a better name, not Zero Nickel Billy.
I don't hit him with that no nickel tickle.
Billy No Nickel.
Yeah, Billy No Nickel. I like that. There you go.
Look, Manny T in the chat says it is 100% about a girl being sex trafficked. Yeah, so
that's fucking
whoever
weird.
said that in the chat about that coming from a poem, yeah, he must have took this poem about being sex trafficked and he was like, "Yep, this is what." Why would you want to rap that? What made him like?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Like how often are you reading sex traffic poetry?
He was sitting around going sex trafficking.
Well, I happen to be an enthusiast.
All my life, I've been into some pretty weird areas of the internet. I've never read a sex traffic poem.
Yeah, and he's gotten warnings from Pornhub asking him if he needs help.
Yeah.
He looked up something on Pornhub and it was like, "Do you need help?"
It was on the Roku, though. I think Roku was trying to...
His Pornhub search generated if you need help, contact these people.
Yeah, but that's because I'm lazy and I had to type it in on my remote control that doesn't have like a keyboard on it. So I'm like, what's something short I could type in? And I just typed in DDLG. I figured that would get me a bunch of young women in different positions. If you type in BJ, you're gonna get all blowjobs. And I was going for a little variety here, and they're like, DDLG has been blocked on Pornhub on Roku. Do you need help? Here's a link to a website where you can go if you have a problem looking at daddy dom little girl porn. I'm like, what? The only problem I have is Roku won't fucking show me it.
Are people still like actively using Pornhub as their primary like porn?
I did on Roku
website
until they took it off Roku. I was just trying to have a little consumer porn on my television, my smart TV. Some consumer porn on my smart TV. Have a little Pornhub logo next to Disney Plus. I thought it was cute. Every once in a while, I'd have a girl over. I'm like, hey, you want to see some fucking porn? They're like, no, not really. Like, too bad, you're in my house.
I just saw someone that we watch on the show sometime make a request that content creators on YouTube create a certain type of content. And here's her pitch. I'll give it to you. You ready?
Oh, we got a donut.
Good morning. I have a thought. Who remembers when there was these YouTube channels that were going around and they were cutting off people's man buns? They were in a van, they would drive anywhere, and they would just, if you had a man bun, they'd jump out of their van and they'd cut your man bun off. So this is what I'm planting the seed in the ether here. I think we need to bring something like that back, but instead of cutting off man buns, we cut off people's fucking blue masks. Because if they're going to continue to eat McDonald's, they're going to continue to put Big Pharma inside of their body. They're going to continue to shop in every single section of the grocery store except the outer sections.
Except for the outer sections. She's talking about like the organic shit and like.
I have a challenge. We see the right taking this huge stance on gun rights, and we have school shootings everywhere, and nothing stops it. Now they're going after our trans kids. So I think the equivalent, if they're going to get away with school shootings and never get any more legislation, we should drive around and just cut off penises all day.
I don't like any of those
for the
ideas.
trans kids, for the kids.
I have to question why Monty ran away when a white woman appeared on the screen.
I'm still here.
That's why. That's why he's still watching. He doesn't want us to see what he's doing.
He didn't want to see. He didn't want us to see what that left hand is doing.
Zach Rosedower says, Billy, you missed my super chat. I was going to read it, but we got sucked into this video. Zach Rosedower says, Billy, who's the best rapper?
And the dog's watching me.
G-Man, Jared, or Cyrax? It's Cyrax. That's gross, but it's true.
I've never heard, I don't know if I've ever heard Jared rap. I know Cyrax is better than G-Man for sure.
Mm-hmm.
G-Man's very
But I don't know if Cyrax is better than Jared Genesis. Jared Genesis seems like he would be one of those guys that tries to rap really fast and would be bad at it.
No. He raps a pretty moderate pace, and he's bad at it. Yeah.
I don't remember Jared's rap all that clear, but I swear I remember him saying the N-word a bunch in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, ugh.
Oh, man. Well, I definitely want to hear that. Listen, where's Jared Genesis, spitting hot fire? I want to change his name to Smog the way he's spitting that dragon's breath.
Breath.
Yeah, I'll get it. I know where it is.
Okay, all right. I want to see Jared Genesis rapping skills.
Oh,
Right, they're going to continue.
You've seen G-Man, so you'll be able to answer this question afterwards,
literally carcinogenic foods that have been known and proven now to kill you, to give you cancer, to disrupt your endocrine system, to disrupt your immunity.
What?
Yeah, so if she sees you wearing a mask, it should just be cut off because she knows you're not eating your blood type. She talks about eating your blood type a lot.
Oh.
Now, what if I am eating my blood type and wearing a mask? Then what? What if I don't eat any of those negative things that she said and I also wear a mask? Then what? Am I good?
She wants YouTubers to start making content where they go and cut people's masks off. She said blue masks, which I'm like, what? I don't know. Blue mask?
Look, as a man that wears a mask, I highly suggest you try that shit. I highly suggest
the blue mask is the medical mask they make you wear at hospitals.
Yeah.
So she's not going to cut off.
Can't have any gumbo.
She's not going to cut off your Mad Max Thunderdome fucking mask. You're fine with that. She wouldn't dare. If someone comes and gets in my personal autonomy, I'm just going to go right back at it. If you come for my mask, you come for my man bun, I'm going to start groping you. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I'm going to grab whatever part of you looks juiciest.
Suck my tongue.
Stay away from me.
So you got to suck my tongue, bitch.
Oh my God.
That's called a callback. Good job,
I like
Adam.
that. I like that.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah.
Do we have some Jared Genesis?
I
rap?
almost have it. I'm just grabbing it.
I was hoping you couldn't find it, so we
no,
could
I've
move
got
on.
it. I got it. But in the meantime,
is Jared worse than you? Jared is worse than G-Man, as good as G-Man, better than G-Man.
I think worse, but I'm not sure. Jared, from what I remember from Jared, he was just freestyling. So I feel like I give him a little bit more points for that because he didn't stop to premeditate his garbage.
He premeditated the subject matter of it, though.
Well, that's you can premeditate subject matter and then freestyle it. Like there's a total difference than sitting down and writing something, coming up with your penmanship, and thinking after you sat down and wrote it down that it's worth fucking speaking into the world. That's where the level of self-awareness disappears. When you're just freestyling, you kind of have this ability to not worry about self-awareness because you're going off the brain. You can be like, oh, I don't know what I was going to say. I'm just being dumb. Okay. When you fucking think about it and write it down and then still be like, I'm going to say this dumb, stupid, terrible shit horribly, yuck.
Yeah, I'm just going to play it. Hold on. All right.
If I had to produce, I'm wondering right now if I was just to decide to produce a song for Cyrax, produce a song for Jared Genesis, and produce a song for G-Man, which song would come out the best? And I
probably G-Man
want to try this. Like Monty, Ben Billy, how difficult do you think it would be to set that up? It was like, hey, let me produce, and when I say produce a song,
it would be difficult.
I mean, the whole song. Like I'm talking about the help assisting with the writing, the recording, the mixing, like everything. Like
it's like trying to tame it's like trying to tame like a feral cat. You know what I mean? Like
if you could do it, I think honestly G-Man's would be better.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, dude, this is a bad version of this. Hold on, this isn't good. Hold on. I need to actually find it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I keep it so swagger. I keep it so swagger. Climbing up the ladder. Cause I am so swagger. Yo. My nigga. I keep it so clean. My nigga. I'm like a clean bean.
Listen, he started. It was as good as a G Herbo, Lil Durk, NBA YoungBoy song, right? Started with enough niggas in the beginning. Okay, let's go. I got you. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
My nigga, I keep it so clean. My nigga, I'm like a clean bean. I'm up at the scene, drinking that Jim Beam. I keep it so smooth every day. I feel green, cause I'm fresh. I got that zap. I'm like a Power Ranger. Watch out for stranger danger. I'm crazy. But I'm not lazy. Always hazy. Donald Duck and Daisy. Check it out.
Donald Duck and Daisy.
Listen, he's letting y'all know he's doing it with no pants on, okay? He's trying to let you niggas know he's doing it with no pants on like Daisy and Donald. Bars, Jared.
My nigga, I'm fresh off that scene. My nigga, I'm feeling so clean. My nigga, I'm fresh off that scene. My nigga, I feel so clean. Feeling so good. Feeling hard like wood. Feeling everything that people understood. Cause I'm so clean and I'm so funky. That's right, and I rock to the beat. My nigga, keep it so good. My nigga, so misunderstood. My nigga, keep it so good. Nigga. I keep it so clean every single fucking day. Keep it so.
It seems like he wrote this. It doesn't feel.
He wrote this.
He wrote this.
Yeah.
Listen, I was just hitting the Millie Rock to his shit. I was like, let that shit ride. That shit. Man, Jared, first book of the Bible. Ain't that, boy, I tell you. You never know, okay? Like there's diamonds in the rough out here all the time. I would love to produce a song with Jared Genesis, but you have to put me in the room with Jared Genesis.
What are you talking? Is this a ploy to beat him up? Why would you want to be in a room with Jared Genesis?
Shut the fuck up, Ben. Billy, don't tell people what I'm playing.
Shit.
No.
Shit.
I would love to produce a song in the room with Jared Genesis. Okay? I would love someone please put me and Jared Genesis in a room so we can work on music.
Shit.
Look at this room, too.
Good idea.
This is his old room. That's his bed over on the right. That thing over on the right is his bed, and then there's just like trash everywhere. And he's got action figures and a drum set and a bass.
Wow. Bass, got him a drum set.
My nigga.
Is it a catchy tune?
I like the part where he rhymed nigga with nigga. So yeah.
It's only halfway over, too.
It keeps going. Oh man, more.
Okay.
Not even on date. I keep it so clean, even though I'm still sober. That's right, but I don't even know her. Still, fuck that bitch. And I gave her pussy a stitch.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were not giving any pussy a stitch. Stitch. You were not, Jared. Stop lying. Stop lying. This is that shit where we know you lying. If I were to do a track saying I'm shooting niggas like crazy, I'm popping caps and motherfucker. Nobody's gonna believe that.
I don't believe that. He's not giving no bitches stitches. There's like Asian bitches ain't getting stitches from Jared Genesis.
Maybe he's talking about his mom when he went through vaginal birth.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, they often rip during vaginal birth.
Look, no, he wasn't that big when he came out. This is from Mountain Dew. This is from Mountain Dew and Cheetos.
He's a corn-fed Texan boy.
He didn't eat Mountain Dew and Cheetos.
He's gained like 70 pounds since this video, because this was years ago.
He's like 6 foot something. Gave
this
his mom
dude
a
had
stitch.
listen. No, fuck that. If this dude had a hog between his legs, he wouldn't be living like this. All right. That's not how you live when you slinging good dick out here.
Well, unless you're, there are a lot of what's the word? Developmentally disabled people, like short bus people, that have huge swinging hogs. So I wonder.
They're not talking about how they're giving bitches a stitch.
They're thinking about it though.
A stitch.
Just a single
stitch.
Maybe he's saying that they're getting stitches because he cracks them up when he pulls his meat out.
They're in stitches.
Or maybe she's the age Lilo was when she met Stitch.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that's what it is. When he says he's giving them stitches, he's giving them stitch dolls.
He did say a stitch. He didn't say plural.
Yeah.
He didn't say plural.
My nigga, I keep it so clean. My nigga, I keep it so clean. My nigga, I keep it so clean.
I keep it so clean. Yeah.
H-Town.
H-Town represent.
Wow.
That's what's good. That's what's good. That's what's good, baby.
That's good. Why you drink out of your frozen cup?
Yeah, his frozen cup that he clearly got at racetrack.
Yeah.
I was so mad when they had that promotion. I ordered a frozen lemonade and it came lukewarm in that fucking cup. I was so pissed.
Yeah. I never understood that about Frozen. I was like, so does Elsa have the ability to create sentient life out of ice? Like that,
she technically.
I've always. There are some moral implications there that need to be addressed. Does she have the ability to like create? I thought the same thing in Aladdin when Aladdin was like, "Hey genie, I want you to make me a prince," and then he created like this gigantic parade with all of these like, slaves that worked for him and shit. And I was like, does the genie have the ability to create sentient life? Is the genie a god? Does he have godlike power? Does Elsa from Frozen have godlike power? Because Olaf was like, had like feelings, recognized its need to exist and live. It was a very strange. I'm sorry. Hit play on Jared saying the N-word some more.
The Seinfeld AI thing that was running 24/7 had the same thoughts though.
Mm-hmm.
So are you a god because you made a Seinfeld AI? Like, half these humans out here on Earth are empty-headed fucking weirdos. Is God getting points for them, or is he getting points for making people like us?
I'm curious. What are Jared's
What is the God point system? Sorry. Hannibal had a completely different question.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just thinking. I was like, what is Jared's thoughts on race relations in America? I am curious. I'm curious to know more about the context of the song.
I can quote Jared Genesis on his views on race relations.
Okay.
To quote Jared Genesis, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga,
Jared,
my nigga. There you go.
Jared's always been more interested in rape relations.
Oh man. That's a bar. That's a bar,
Billy.
That's a bar. Yeah. That's funny.
A bar. Shit.
Yeah, I look. Listen, I would love to produce a song for Cyrax, G-Man, and Jared Genesis, and see which one comes out best.
Yeah.
I'll cater the party. I'll bring the punch.
Okay.
Are you guys familiar with Anthony Cumia from Opie and Anthony and how he like streams on Nick Fuentes' platform now and shit like that? Like he hangs out with he hangs out with all those guys now. That's like the space he's in.
Keep me young.
Him and Gavin McGinnis do a show together now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I did not do that.
Yeah. So this video, I guess he has a drunken meltdown. Let's see what it is.
No, this happens every single time.
Yeah, he tries to be like a modern, like a Call of Duty game streamer.
This system is cunt. It's shit. Nick is being a nick with this system.
Whoa!
Nick Fuentes is being a nick. I can't get on every time.
Hard ER.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he kind of lost his job at Sirius for being racist.
No shit. From Opie and Anthony? No.
Well, yeah, he was. He tweeted a bunch of crazy shit after he got.
I do not believe that, Ben. I do not believe it. Not those wholesome boys.
Fix
No
your
way.
shit, Nick. Fuck, Nick.
Why is he saying that to Nick Fuentes? I don't know the backstory to this.
Unbelievable.
He's having problems with the website, right?
Is that
I'm trying to fucking be part of this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think so.
And it's a pain in the dick every time, Nick. Come on. Fix your shit. You're like the black community, Nick.
What? Dude.
Get it, like just like the black community. You're so good at basketball and making dance videos on TikTok. I hate it.
Show me some of those fat ass women y'all got over there.
Stop placating the Jews and the nigs. And fix your fucking shit. Nick. I love you. I fucking love you. I want to do my podcast here. I want to do my gameplay here. But your system sucks, dick face. Help me out. Fuck Kanye. Can you chat in your own chat room? No, the answer's no. Kanye, what? Can you? No. Come on, Nick. All right. What? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play. I'm not going to chat. I'd love to say hi. I'd love to.
I believe he's on Cozy TV right here, and that's why he's mad. Something's not working for him, or
he's not able to chat in his own chat room.
Apparently, I don't know, or maybe he's just too dumb to figure out how to do it.
Wait, what's this guy's name?
Anthony Cumia. He was Anthony from Opie and Anthony, one of the most successful radio shows ever.
Yeah.
And then they moved to Sirius, and he had an altercation with a black woman on the streets of Manhattan at like 2 a.m. because he was taking pictures of her, and then he started tweeting like they're not human and shit like that on Twitter, and he got fired from Sirius, and then he disappeared as far as I know for a little while, and now he's back hanging out with Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with Opie and Anthony was like the Breakfast Club if grape nuts were for breakfast.
Yeah. It's white people breakfast club.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't get the grape nuts thing because I never ate grape nuts.
Yeah, you ain't white enough, Ben.
Damn.
It's a very white people thing.
Even though you got those little puffballs of dogs. That's white as fuck, man. That's white as fuck.
But I can't. Because Nick's paying attention to Jews and Nick. Holy
my
mother
God.
of cunt. We ready to play? I guess I'm ready to play.
Wow.
Wow. Holy mother of cunt, though. That was
Man. I would love to see this dude's porn search history. I just know it is some top tier filth, and I would love to see it.
Yeah.
No shade. I don't shade anybody's search history. It is what it is. Like, watch what you watch. But I
Pretty
feel
sure.
like like a lot of interracial cuck porn. I bet.
See, I don't think he
Big
even
booty
gets.
black bitch fucked with a rake.
I don't think he even gets his
What?
porn off the regular web. He gets the dark web shit that the FBI fucking flags you for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hells Only says, have the guys look up the video where he wears a Nazi helmet and he and Patrice O'Neill are hailing taxis to see who will stop for the Nazi or the black guy. That's funny. That's funny.
All right.
Patrice O'Neill is hilarious.
Rest in peace, Patrice O'Neill.
That's obviously like a point. There's like a joke there. It's like, will these cabs rather pick up a Nazi or a black guy? At the time, I think was it Danny Glover was complaining about not getting able to get a taxi in New York.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting fucking couldn't hail a taxi. He's Danny Glover, not Donald Glover's dad.
No, not at all.
But so that's like kind of funny social commentary. I'm all for dressing up like a Nazi in certain entertainment purposes. You know, if it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, he's already dropping the M-bomb. He's already saying something about a shed in his backyard. Might as well dress up like Nazis, then kill them gloriously in the end. Might as well. Might as well throw a Nazi suit on a guy trying to hail a cab next to Patrice O'Neill trying to hail a cab. And really, the whole time, they're going to pick up the Nazi not because Patrice is black, because Patrice is fat. They don't want to deal with a fat in their car.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Oh,
You know-
so we're not dealing with fats.
Do you know how hard it is for me to get a taxi as a fat? I have to call a pizza guy and then have him hail the taxi for me while I eat the pizza.
Oh. It's for that guy. All right.
Well, thanks for the pepperoni. Could you get that cab for me?
Funny.
That's shady as fuck, Billy. Shady as fuck.
It's inventive. I'm inventive.
Yeah, that's a good idea, though.
The only shady tactics I implore are those to shed light on the darkness of reality.
Okay.
And then that's just the shade from my flashlight, where the flashlight can't hit. That's where the shade comes from. It's my blinding light.
I got you.
My blinding light. My cisgendered white male Northwestern born light that can eat clam chowder with ease because like racism that you were raised on in the South, I was raised on clam chowder. So you have this tolerance for racism that I don't have because I'm a white, but I have a tolerance for clam chowder because I'm from the Northwest.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Listen.
Clam chowder is delicious stuff.
Clam chowder is
delicious.
No, clam chowder isn't as bad as racism. Racism is worse, but like clam chowder is pretty fucking bad. Like it.
No, it's not bad.
It really is. It's really fucking.
That place we went to with Ben, I can't remember the name of it, but all of those were awesome except for like two of them.
Sure, racism is worse than clam chowder, but I'm not going to pay $4 for a cup of either.
Ivers. That's the place. Is that where we went?
Ivers, yeah.
Ivers.
No. They didn't go to we went to Pike Place Chowder.
Get your clip fingers ready. Clam chowder is 100 times better than racism. I will take clam chowder every day, all day, over racism.
I need to know what type of racism first. I need to know exactly I need are we talking about like my homeowner's loan getting denied because I'm a black dude, or are we talking about like them burning a small lowercase t in my front yard?
We're talking about all of it. We're talking about all racism.
Well, if I'm comparing all racism,
but then he has to compare all chowder, and he does like New England clam chowder or Manhattan. Manhattan rather.
If I have to do all chowder next to all racism, then listen, not all chowder is racist, okay? Just most chowder, okay? It's like the police. It's like not all of it, just most.
But if you
of
can't
it,
pick
right?
and choose what racism, you can't pick and choose what chowder.
Yeah,
that's not fair.
You just once a month, there's a random bowl of chowder thrown in front of you. It's dinner time. You got to eat that once a month. It's
the random part for me. It's just like because the first chowder. Let me tell you, we went to the chowder place and there was like there's all these signs. There was like award-winning chowder. There's all these magazine articles clipped out that they got all on the fucking on the walls and shit. Like, oh yeah, look how good our chowder is. And when we walked around, swear to God, y'all, I didn't smell no food cooking. Okay, like I ain't never walked into no place that served food, didn't smell no food. I didn't smell no meat. I didn't smell no bread. I ain't smell shit. All right, and then all I saw was people walking around with bread bowls with throw up in it, and they was talking about this is what you finna eat today. I was like, what? The throw up? Pass. I don't want to eat the vomit. And they was like, no, eat the vomit. It's good. It's delicious. This award women puke. And I was like, listen, I don't want it. I'll try. And then we had like, what was it, 8 chowders or 10 chowders?
It was it was a sampler, like little bowls of many different types of chowder.
And I literally puked on the first one. First bite. Yep, gone.
Damn.
Trash.
I think that you built up a tolerance for
chowder.
You built up a tolerance for racism. I think it's just easier for you to deal with a lot of racism, whereas it's easier for me to eat chowder. I think that's a fair comparison.
I mean, like chowder is normal here, and it comes straight out of the water here.
And racism is normal in the South, and it comes straight out of the fields.
God. I just, golly, listen, I'm not eating chowder to end racism. All right, we got to find another way.
That's fair. Now, Monty, would you make gumbo for every racist to end racism?
Yes, I would.
That's a sweet boy thing to do. I think your gumbo might be good enough to end racism.
Oh, my gumbo's delicious.
See,
I wasn't tried it yet.
We gotta start going down to Klan meetings with a fucking barrel full of gumbo, and just start there.
That's just good. That's going to get clipped.
What?
It's going to. They're going to cut out the gumbo part of it
with a barrel full of.
They're going to just use the first sentence you used.
That's stupid.
We should start going to Klan.
Yeah,
meetings.
That's stupid.
Just take that part. It was ridiculous. So no, you got to do the whole thing. You got to go to Klan meetings to give them gumbo.
Yeah,
I think I'm told I think the way to end racism is Monty's penis. Okay, like let's get let the mahogany throat use his alabaster blaster to end racism.
Yeah, we'll give the Klansmen the gumbo and the Klanswomen the jumbo.
There you go. There we go. That's the sell right there. Monty's gumbo and jumbo.
There you go.
Yeah, Monty's gumbo and the jumbo.
Laying some fucking rope.
See, if I'm willing to do that, Hannibal, why won't you eat the fucking chowder?
Like, no, there's a difference between somebody asking you to do something that you love to end racism versus somebody asking you to do something that you hate.
Hannibal,
to
you're
end
not
racism.
hearing it.
If somebody said, "Hey, Hannibal, I would love for you to make a song for every racist so we could end racism," I would totally accept that. Yes, it's cumbersome, but I would do it. But if you said, "Hey, Hannibal, I would love for you to touch the tips of your penis with Monty to end racism," guess what? Racism ain't going nowhere.
Are both of you circumcised?
I'm not.
You're not? You gross son of a you. Oh my God.
So you guys wouldn't space dock to end racism?
Yeah. Look. Yeah, you can dock right in, Hannibal. I have fucked both of my parents. Fuck you. Fuck you. You dock right in, Hannibal. I keep my shit clean though.
So wait a minute. So wait, the reason that it touches your kneecap is that most of that is foreskin? Is that what that is?
It looks like a fucking elephant trunk, bro.
Oh my god!
It picks up peanuts at the circus. That's why you got a circus tent on your shirt.
Together. Exactly. Chowder and gumbo to end racism. The jumbo will just be the extra if you allow it.
Yeah, it's
call it ebony and ivory.
Chowder's almost like northern gumbo.
You know, Monty, if you and I got a food boat, like a food truck, but it's on the water, and we just went to all the coastal towns and served gumbo on your side, and I served chowder on my side.
Oh, yes.
We might be able to change the world.
Yeah, you know how to make chowder, Billy?
I'll be able to do it really well. I'm a Northwesterner.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen. All you do is just you grind up some clams and then put like some ranch and some milk in a jar.
I got Hidden Valley
and trash.
I got Hidden Valley and some fucking cobra snails.
Gross. Yeah. Who decided to like grind up clams and be like, man, you know what? This would be great to drink in a bread bowl. That's
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I know how to make chowder or not. I have white privilege. It's gonna come out right.
That's true. I make some bomb ass gumbo though.
Yeah, and who really cares about chowder? Like, oh, it's Billy. Here's his chowder. I just scoop fucking some white paste. They're like, that's good chowder. Thank you, white priv.
Yeah, but if it's good, we can do the thing where we do the chowder and gumbo mix. Serve that to somebody.
Oh, fuck the yin yang.
Yeah, that's what we call it, the yin yang.
You're like, who wants a bowl of yin yang? And they're both so thick that they don't mesh. They just like meet in the middle. That's actually kind of bomb.
See? You see? And then you get that bite that's chowder and gumbo. You're like, what the fuck is
that
this?
Like when you get the Neapolitan ice cream and you're fucking eating the ass crack of strawberry and vanilla at the same time.
Yes.
Right?
You know what's up. Yeah.
That's money right there. Oh my God.
Okay.
We're losing money not doing this.
I got one for you, Monty. Would you eat ass to end racism?
All racism?
Yeah, but but okay. Yes, all racism, but you have to eat ass every Monday for the rest of your life. Eat ass to completion.
What is completion?
Yeah, what is completion with eating ass?
How about you don't eat
the person whose ass is being ate has to
Who comes when their ass is eaten?
My girlfriend, for sure. for sure.
Question.
Listen, she started crying this weekend. It was pretty awesome. She was like, "I love you so much." Yeah. So, Monty, would you eat ass to end racism every Monday? You know, and listen. It would be all your preferences. Okay. So it's like you get to pick the type of ass that you're eating. Right. Nobody's forcing you to do something that you don't want to do.
It can be clean if you're into that.
Yes.
All racism though.
But
all of it.
All racism. If you eat ass once a month, every Monday.
I don't like it, but yes.
Okay.
Monty's a better man than me. We have established today that Monty is the better man, and I accept that.
Would you rather eat ass just once and end like the racism where black people hair gets hated on? Like just end that part of racism, but you only have to eat ass once?
I wouldn't do it over the hair. No,
you
just hair?
let the hair.
No.
Yeah, be like, no, fuck the hair.
Job applications.
Okay.
I would do it for that.
When it becomes a monetary thing.
Yeah, for just for anybody, so that people can get work. So Jamal can get work.
Mm-hmm.
So Kimbutu can get a job.
Technically, that shit's illegal, but who the hell's gonna sue over that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if I could end that by eating an ass, where's the ass?
What if it's Shanny for Christ?
If it ends that, I'd do
King,
it.
oh my God, you selfless human.
Wait, hold up. You would eat Shanny for Christ's ass if you would eat it one time if it would end racism forever.
Yeah.
Would you do it every week if it would end racism?
Oh.
As Roger Wilco said in the chat. So it's like you eat ass, right? But then the following week, the racism comes back. So pretty much by the weekend, racism starts creeping in again.
Dude, Monty, you need to turn this into a comic book where you're the superhero, and they're like, racism's coming back, Monty. Racism's coming back.
You choose to be able
Go find
to
Shanny, and like some of them,
1 year at a time, but the cost is pulling off your toenails with pliers.
Some of the
they instantly grow back.
Oh my god! So some of these comic books, Shanny's hard to find. You got to track her down to eat her ass so that you can end racism. And all of a sudden, like, if you don't make it in time, like the Klan starts coming back slowly. Like,
and look, keep in mind, Monty, like, because she's a larger lady, like, that ass has been brewing already, so it's already moist when you get down there.
Stop.
Okay?
I already know it's disgusting.
But it's like, so all you got to do, because you're a very attractive man with an uncircumcised penis that we just discovered on this episode of the show, she's already super close. So you only got to be down at 7 minutes tops.
And what if you eat the ass, end racism for 1 week, and at the end of the week you realize it was wealth disparity that was the real problem?
Yeah, well, that's always what it's been.
Then do you continue eating ass to end racism even though it doesn't change enough?
Well, hopefully people start figuring this shit out and I get to stop eating Shanny's ass. Like, just like Scott Bakula, I'm hoping the final league will be the league.
Quantum sneaky link here.
Listen, I'm watching this show. I just want y'all to know, watching every episode. And look, I'm not binging this shit. I'm watching this shit week to week. That's how okay, you got me. So, Monty's a better man than me. That's going to be the name of the show. Monty's a better man than me. That's and the whole premise of the show is Monty trying to eat my
Jaleel, Jaquan, Jamal, whatever your name is, I got your back, bro. I got your back. I'm gonna eat all the nasty ass so y'all can get work.
Okay, wait. Have you ever met a white Kendrick before?
No, I have Kendrick.
Okay,
I'm looking out for you too, Kendrick. So, yeah, I got you.
I met a white Jamal the other day, but his name was spelled Gemal.
Oh no.
That's Jamal. That's not.
Listen. There's a chance his job application got thrown away. So.
I had a Pakistan friend named Jamal. He was Pakistani. Does that count?
I had a Pakistani dude, like, we had a conversation about why it should be okay for them to say no. I picked up a dude from Morocco and he was telling me, he was like, yeah, man, I mean, I feel like we should be able to say niggas too, because we from Africa technically, and he said technically when he was making the pitch to me.
Technically, you're actual Wakanda. Shut the fuck up.
Morocco's like so close to Spain. There's even parts of there's land that is officially part of Spain in northwestern Africa. So like it's there's a lot of like European tourists that go to Morocco, and they're like Arab in ancestry.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did not know. See, I've been educated. Oh. Sorry, water. Needed water. Needed hydration. No! Don't do this!
Would you like a wish? I got Elvis. Would you like a wish? I got Elvis.
Are they throwing something at him while he's doing this?
All those PS4s and shit?
Yeah.
All right. Monty is willing to eat ass to stop racism, and I won't even eat chowder. See, now it's got me feeling like I'm not doing enough, and I'm okay. I'm not okay with it, but I'm also not going to change my behavior.
I'm talking all racism towards everyone. Like, I'm talking about towards Asian people, towards all of it, all of it.
But
you couldn't think of no other types of racism just now, could you? You was like Asian people, and then you stopped.
Isn't this an easy answer to answer, because you're never going to be able to actually make this transaction happen? Like, I'm not saying you're lying. It's just
I would actually do it if it came down.
Well, you can believe it, but there's no way you would ever actually have to be tested on it, right? Like in your heart of hearts, what if you go to eat that ass and you puke?
Literal asshole will be in front of me.
Yeah, what if you puke like that one first bite of chowder did to Hannibal? Then are you going to just puke through it and keep going?
So wait, all right, like Quantum Queef or Monty's a better man than me. Which title is better?
Well, Queef is not the butt. So.
I'm not taking credit for that. That was from Caligliostro in the chat. I did not come up with Quantum. I saw it just now. And I thought it was fair.
What about Quantum Leak?
Queef.
Oh my God, no! The ass. Was the ass's leak?
When she eats, probably.
They
did show their toilets in that weird thing where the person went into their. Do you remember the toilets in their townhouse?
Yeah, they were fucking nasty.
Yeah. Listen, Monty. Don't let a little truffle butter stop you from ending racism. Okay.
I will take it. If I gotta die of some weird sickness to end racism, that's what I'll do.
I feel like if you eat Shanny's ass, you are definitely gonna die of some weird sickness. but definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking to Hannibal the day before, and for some weird reason, you'd be like, "Bro, I'm crying. I don't know why."
There's always a counter to every spell, though, right? If you successfully cast the end racism spell by eating a JJ, there's something out there, or eating a butt, not a JJ, eating a boo boo, eating a boo boo. Then there's gonna be a spell out there that will counter it. Like, what if there's a little fucking MAGA white guy that can end the spell if he, I don't know, makes Oprah come vaginally once a week?
Is that MAGA white guy gonna want to help me?
He just wants to bring racism back.
Staying awake during this episode.
Oh,
good job, Monty.
Wait, what's that?
I'm proud of Monty for staying awake this episode so far. Like, first off, Monty has definitely dozed off at least 2-3 times. And
I have not dozed off.
Y'all have not been paying attention. I was like, a couple times I had to text this man so his phone will vibrate, wake his ass up. Man, leaning and shit. Monty has the ability to sleep with his eyes open like a horse. That motherfucker. Ben Pye, can you do me a favor? I am curious now. Can you throw a poll up on the channel real fast?
Okay.
To ask people if they would be willing to eat Shanny's ass to end racism, or whatever the nicest way. Like, would you perform analingus on Shanny to end racism? But you have to do it every week. Like, I want to know
once a week
would be every Monday.
Which day of the week would you have to eat the ass?
Every Monday at what's the most inconvenient time on a Monday?
Yeah, Mondays are hard for me.
Yeah, okay. It'll be hard for you for the rest of your life.
It ain't gonna ever be hard again.
Racism's over.
But it ain't gonna be hard again.
Okay, let's see. I want to know how many other people would be willing to like do that to end race. I'm not willing to do it at all. I'm voting no.
All right.
I am curious. Is anybody willing to be like, yeah, I would, to end all racism? And look, I know it's a joke question, but I'm actually serious. I'm just like, Quantum Queef. Monty's a better man than me. One of those is the name of the show, for sure.
Half of our audience is like, what, I have to eat Shenny's ass and stop being racist? Fuck that.
That's funny. Listen, no, I've noticed that there's been a bit of a palate cleanse in the DP audience since Hannibal and Monty have been guests. I remember the first couple shows we was on.
This chat was wild.
Man, listen, at the beginning, the chat was like dropping the N-bomb more than Jared Genesis.
I will say, the amount of audience we've lost over the last 5 years usually is the worst going first. It's been dwindling from the most horrible people.
Y'all didn't lose it because of quality. Y'all lost it because y'all frequently have some funny ass niggas on.
Yeah, this is true.
We used to get 100,000 views a video until you guys showed up. And we blocked one word from the comments, and now we get.
That's what happened.
They're censoring out free speech. All right. So listen. So you mean
You
to
know
tell
what?
me if you had to-
Unironically, that argument has been made so many times. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. That's always the argument is why can you say it but I can't say it? To which my response is always, why you want to say it so bad? Listen, I don't go to the Special Olympics yelling out the hard R word, okay? I don't do that. Just saying. I just quietly thinking to myself, I'm just joking. So you mean to tell me if you had to end racism right now and you had to eat Shanny's ass, but it would end all racism. All racism just is gone from Earth, right? For at least for that week. And then it's like then it's
humans, all of us.
Yeah, it's all racism is
Jamal,
gone.
Did you guys?
So just think, all of you guys that applied to the Ivy League schools, and you were denied a scholarship, because of the filthy, disgusting policies that allow rich folks to buy their kids into college, right? The 750 affluent kids that got bought into college under fake sports scholarships and stuff. Now, we can get rid of that, and it's like, you know what? From now on, America's a meritocracy where you get promoted based on.
But then, do we lose the diversity scholarships they have too?
Well, we won't need diversity scholarships because there's no racism because Monty's eating all his ass. Okay.
I just want to say about 30% of the people watching are sick as fuck.
Yeah, I see that.
To end all racism,
only 30% would eat Shanny's ass.
Hannibal, did you ever watch that video I sent you?
Which the one you sent me for season or unseason?
I think I sent it for like Fair or Foul.
Yeah, for Fair or Foul. Yeah.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't. I was gonna save it. I was gonna watch it blind on the show, but if you got it now and we can watch it, we can watch it.
So this news anchor got fired for saying what she says here. They're talking about.
So are we about to vote season or unseason?
We could.
No, this would be fair. This is a fair foul.
Oh,
do you think it should
or not
be?
This woman deserved to get voted, right? Fired for saying that.
Yes.
Right? Let's do fair foul right now on PP.
So, and to give you the context, they're talking about how Snoop Dogg has like his brand of wine.
Yeah.
All right. Here it is.
Up with.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Before we know it, she'd have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
I'm telling you, Jerry, what you think about that?
The guy on the right is like, oh God.
He's like, Dawn just got herself in trouble. Shit.
She lost her job behind that?
Maybe.
She was never heard from again. They removed her from the website and everything.
Dang, that's lame. That's like foul. That's foul.
I say foul too. You can say for shizzle my nizzle, especially if you're white like her. Yeah, please.
Well, yeah, if it's okay to say the N word, it should be okay to say nizzle. It's not the same word.
Say nizzle.
Yeah. What?
And that was lighthearted and fun. That was white mom fun for shizzle, man.
At one point, Snoop stopped using it and started calling everybody niece and nephew because he thought it was even too much. So if Snoop, whenever Snoop invents something and then takes it away, we stop. Like he invented murder was the case they gave me, and then he went and got a murder case, and he didn't get charged, so we stopped murdering.
He got charged. He didn't get convicted.
We didn't get convicted, so we stopped murdering because of that. Because
I don't murder anymore since Snoop.
Whenever Snoop does something and then stops, we follow Snoop's suit.
Yeah, we almost canceled Eminem because he said some shit about Snoop.
Yeah, remember when we stopped signing to Death Row Records because Snoop left?
Yeah.
And we stopped signing to No Limit Records because Snoop left.
Yeah.
And we stopped signing to NERD because Snoop left.
Well, get this.
The guy on the right he
Can I hear
realizes
say
the
it one more
gravity.
time? Can I hear say it one more time? I just
go
back
one
a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm up with.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Before we know it, she'd have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
I'm telling you, Jerry, what you think about that?
And look, and her timing was on point. You know, it was proper in the context. It was related. Listen, file if she got fired for that.
Yeah. Remember when Paula Dean got fired? When Paula Dean got fired for using the other variant?
All Paula Dean said was, "Y'all niggas want some chicken." But I'm gonna go with Royce and say that it wasn't foul that Paula Dean got fired for saying the M word. It's foul that we allow Paula Dean to steal black people's recipes all this time.
Ooh. She should have been making chowder like the rest of us whites.
Mm-hmm. So, Paula Dean can say it all she wants. Give us that food back. Or was that Dave Chappelle that said that? I don't remember who. I thought Royce said it.
Remember when 30% of our audience said that they would eat Shanny's ass to end racism?
Yeah, it's right now.
There's got to be at least one person watching. It's because we have a kind of like a weird audience. There's got to be one person watching who was like, yeah, I would love to eat Shanny's ass, but I can't do without racism.
Exactly.
Where are you? Where are you? Simon and
one of you fuckos.
Yeah. Can we bring that person onto the show? I thought I was gonna have to
There's at least one.
He's like, look here, man. Y'all the ones making this all political. I'm just here to eat ass.
I'm
all right?
just here to eat Shanny's ass.
Fuck sickos.
Sit on my face, you big woman.
Incubate my fucking jaw.
Man, that man's beard is gonna be so soft after.
Who knew Shanny's ass was the best beard oil?
Clam-soaked beard oil.
Man.
Yeah.
You come up from underneath Shandy's undercarriage.
Shudley.
You come from under Shandy's undercarriage and you got neon stink fucking beard air.
Yeah, man, it's soft as fuck though.
It's soft.
Yeah, I mean, it's soft. You can't get nobody to touch it, but it's soft for sure.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Maybe that's the best because I've been on a hunt like since I started growing this shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I use like 3 different beard products on my shit every morning. This is getting annoying. I'm about to cut it off.
Oh, man, don't cut it off.
Yeah, it might have to go. I'm not trying to have a big ass beard, but I got to take care of the shit. And I'm like, I got dreads, so I didn't have to comb my hair that much. Okay. Now I got to take care of this.
30% of y'all audience would eat Shanny's ass.
I know. I wish we never asked this because now I'm going to be thinking about this forever.
I want to listen. I like y'all. Y'all are.
Like, would y'all do it to end racism? Ben, Billy, Hannibal?
No, I wouldn't.
I definitely wouldn't. Not at all. Racism would persist.
Yeah, I'm not
if
sure.
I had to eat Shandy's ass or clam chowder, yeah, racism is gonna keep going.
I'm not sure ending racism would end anything. It would manifest in some other weird way. I feel like it's like a tumor. It'll grow back in a different way.
Then let it become what the fuck it's going to become. Let's get this shit over with.
I think you don't fight fire with ass eating. I think we have to do the hard work to educate our youth and wait for the elders to die out. And that's how we end racism.
Not by eating ass?
I don't think that's the cure.
But now you got these new generations of kids that are watching like your Nick Fuenteses and your Tim Pools and your Matt Walshes and stuff. So it's like as your Rush Limbaughs die off, there are just new people that take those places. Yeah, as long as doing that makes you money, people are gonna always do that shit.
That's only because we banned bullying and fucking haven't done anything about school shootings yet.
Mm-hmm.
These kids wouldn't exist if you could still bully.
Is that what it is?
Bullying is fun.
Bullying builds character. Like, there's different types of bullying. There's pig piling on the fucking weak kid, and then there's like telling the stinky kid he stinks in a funny way. Because then he's gonna wash his dick hole and everything, and come back less stinky, but he's also gonna laugh about it. Maybe he has the name.
That teaches stinky kid to clean his dick hole every day.
Maybe you call him Sphincter for the rest of his high school days, but he's your homie, and he's clean Sphincter now. He smell good, you know.
Yeah,
it's hard for me to imagine anybody here like Ben, Billy, Monty, ever getting bullied. Like, it's hard. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I don't know what y'all's past is, but it's just like the one guy that tried to bully me in 3rd grade, I broke his arm in 3 places.
I got bullied, but it's because I was a 1st grader and they were 6th graders. Like, they had the natural progression. They had 5-6 years on me. They thought I was just a dumb 6th grader, but I was a fat 1st grader. And my papa went and took me to the head bully's house, knocked on the door. He went and got the bully kid, answered the door. He says, "Get your father." And the dad came out, and my dad looks at the father. He's like, "Your punk-ass son and his friends are picking on my 1st grade son. If they don't stop, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to kick your fucking ass in front of your kid. And he better get all the other kids to stop too, because if he doesn't, accidents happen." And then they stopped picking on me.
There you go. Listen. Sometimes threatening murder is the right way to do it.
It's not bad.
I think that was quality parenting. I think that's quality parenting.
Is it? All right.
I mean, look, he didn't get bullied no more, so that means it worked.
Yeah, it fixed everything.
True.
He turned into the bully.
I didn't turn into the bully immediately. And this is how I know I wasn't just a bully. I was like the class clown. So I had this thing where I would target one person. Everybody would laugh at them.
The fact that you called it targeting makes it even more hilarious.
Everybody would laugh at them. I would target another person, the same round of spar. I would go target another person. That person that just got targeted would laugh at the new person. And I'd make rounds, bullying everybody. And everybody got their turn. Everybody got stronger. Everybody was better at taking fucking shit. And I know I was good at it too, because when the Columbine happened, there was a kid in a trench coat mafia coat, and he got caught with a kill list. And my best friend, who I was with every day, was on the kill list, and I wasn't. So like,
what a weird way of measuring that.
I'm saying I probably still would have died from a stray bullet. But shooter approved me. I was shooter approved.
Okay, wait. All right, wait. How much of that is a real story?
All of it, 100% true.
Really?
Don't believe it.
I'm still friends with the guy that wrote the letter. He's a fan of wrestling. I used to see him he's watched Scott wrestle at the live shows all the time. He would watch it down in South Lake Union. We were friends way afterwards. He didn't shoot anybody. He just made a list.
All right.
Yeah, you weren't on the list.
I was not on the list, but my friend I was with every day was, so I definitely would have caught a stray.
C-Dog said it was Joe. It was not Joe.
This was high school. I didn't know Joe until later.
Yeah, Joe isn't from around here originally.
Well, he was from around here.
Oh, was he?
Partially. He was.
Thought he lived in like New York and Michigan.
He lived in Pennsylvania, Michigan, L.A., here. He moved around a lot. Joe is one of those people that gets 86 from towns. They run him out with pitchforks. He's a monster. No.
Yeah. Getting a chance to hang out with Joe during the 1000th episode of Drunken Peasants, that shit was fun as hell. I was like, hanging out with Joe, I was like, oh yeah, I see why you guys love Joe. He's awesome. Yeah. Not to say that Joe isn't awesome on the show, but hanging out with Joe in person, that shit was fun. We had some good times. Everybody was cool. Yeah. Adam from Your Movie Sucks calls me whenever he's in town in Atlanta. He'd be like, "Oh, Hannibal, I'm in town. You want to hang out and get lunch?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah!" And then we never hang out and get lunch. But I like that he calls me when he comes in town.
Yeah.
You know, Monty talking to Jeff Holiday and Vosh. I be talking to fucking Adam from Your Movie Sucks. You know what I don't talk to? I don't talk to Scotty. We got to fix that.
Yeah, we do have to fix that.
Yeah, why is Scott not reaching out? We need to get Scott booked down in Atlanta at one of those wrestling promotions so he can call you when he's in town and not hang out.
I'm going to see one of Scott's wrestling shows in Vancouver.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I guess he's in the main event.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just know during the 1000th episode, I stepped out the room for a second to go use the restroom, and then when I came back, like Adam had his shirt off, and then Scott was chopping him in the chest. And I was like, "What the fuck did I miss? What happened in the minute I was gone?"
Cheeseburger.
Yeah, all his nipples was red. He was slapping the shit. It was a good time, great time.
Yeah. I've known Scott for 20 years, and I only communicate with Scott via Twitter too.
Same here.
Scott might only have Twitter.
Yeah.
All right.
You haven't known Scott for 20 years.
Yeah, but I communicate with him through Twitter.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second. When did you meet Scott?
Netra Amorosi says this story is about as true as Billy being Hitler's best friend.
Yeah, right.
I listen. It's hard to say it. Like you said, it was such confidence. It was like Monty in that fucking Shasta song he made up. You know, just like it was. He did it so effortlessly. I was like, shit, man. He almost convinced me it was true.
But that's the one thing about AI. AI is not talented enough to steal my thought processes. AI can easily make an 80s jingle for Shasta.
For sure.
Shasta has.
He was like, make it sound like the power of love from Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah. It is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Or the Ghostbusters theme song.
That's the power of love.
But make it about a 3-liter soda you can get at the dollar store.
Yeah. Tell the fucking AI to make a Faygo Red Pop commercial now.
I can't. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. That's real.
Shasta 3 liters is the only soda where you can open it and it goes flat immediately after you open that shit. It's like the first cup is the only cup that has some fizz in it. After that, all the carbonation is gone. That shit is just syrup and water.
Delicious.
Yeah,
delicious.
Trash.
Don't like y'all.
Trash.
Did you
trash,
ever?
trash.
Did you ever see that Adam can just vomit on cue? Have you ever seen that?
No, but I remember him saying that when we were at the restaurant. I remember somehow that came up in conversation, and I remember just thinking to myself, why is that a thing that you can do? That you know
It's
that
crazy.
You can do?
Hold on. I'll show it to you.
Are you sure it was on cue and nobody just didn't sneak a little clam chowder in front of it?
I am absolutely sure. Here.
You know, the funny thing about Adam from Your Movie Sucks is that when Ben was first telling me about Adam, he was just like, he didn't tell me about Adam's channel as the movie reviews. He just played me a bunch of Adam's music. And then I met Adam and was like, as we were talking, I was like, are you the guy who does the movie reviews? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, motherfucker, why you didn't lead with that? You know, just like you led with, but you played me a bunch of his music that was dope though.
Yeah. This is a talent show that they were having.
Do you know Adam? What do you like best about Adam? He reviews movies. Okay, fuck yeah, Adam. Adam, what's your talent tonight?
I can vomit on command. I don't know what you want.
That's a weird mutant power to have.
He doesn't even use his finger.
Puke right here. I'm sorry to the venue. You guys have been amazing. I will do whatever biohazard will be required. It's not an issue. We need a mom. Thank you guys so much. All right.
What?
Very impressive.
Oh, fuck. He said I can vomit on command. That is wild.
All gas, no consent was not ready for that.
It takes me a week to cough up phlegm, and he's just like, nah, I'm just puking on command.
He just opened his throat and let it go.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had a puke fetish and Adam was your boyfriend.
Oh,
fuck, it's so hot.
You hit the jackpot. What's
So
that?
fucking hot.
Adam had all the bad bitches sitting on his lap. Who was he making out with? You know what? I'm saying too much. It was a lot that happened that it was. So we had a great time. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
Monty couldn't stop eating dicks. It was great.
I would think that his partner with a puke fetish would take him out for large dinners.
Maybe, yeah. Like if I had a
clam chowder,
if I had a Picasso in my mitt, I would always buy them their paint.
Yeah. But if he can do it on command, does it matter what he eats? Unless I guess that would matter to the person that's a
Like what do you want to see come up? You want something pink and puffy? You want something dark and broody?
Yeah.
You looking for a nice ocean blue?
Let me know what you're trying to look at.
A little lemon zest. You never know what you want coming up on you. I might want to fill his mouth with that live butterflies and just watch them fly out as he vomits. Like, here, drink this bottle of live butterflies and puke on me.
Me and my girlfriend went to a butterfly garden in Pine Mountain, Georgia, over the weekend for our anniversary, and I was mad because
was it your anniversary this weekend?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
You thought I was just gonna say that it was our anniversary, but it wasn't our anniversary?
No, I was just fucking with you, Hannibal.
But how is that? Is like that's just a weird way to fuck with me. It's just like
I think because you brought it up earlier, he was mocking
because we
you.
heard it like 90 times from you.
I think he was mocking you because you had brought it up more than once. But I think bringing things up more than once is the soul of this podcast. Smoke pan every day.
It's true.
My point is, I thought in the butterfly exhibit they were gonna send like wave after wave of butterfly at us, and we had to see how many we could kill, kind of like laser tag, right? But come to find out, it's like a federal offense to like kill butterflies in a butterfly garden. I didn't kill none, and all the training that I did, I bought so much raid. I bought like a tiny crossbow that shot toothpicks. And I ain't killed a single butterfly.
Do you mean Raid Shadow Legends?
That's not what he means.
Just good old bug spray. It was one of those country towns that was like so they had like a grocery store that, and it was like when you walk in,
was
the
it like a
produce section
convenience
was,
store?
Yeah. It was like that. It was like going into like a Family Dollar.
Yeah,
you know, and like you couldn't tell if it was like if that store was from 2023 or from 1975. It didn't matter.
I think there's a butterfly garden at the Pacific Science Center.
There is, It's you gotta be very careful because they'll just land on your fucking face and it's like, I don't want to kill you. I want to be careful. Don't go in my mouth.
Don't go in my mouth.
Please don't go in my mouth. I don't want to eat you, butterfly.
Yeah,
that shit is wild. But it was fucking butterfly garden, man.
Those little convenience stores, those towns with the little convenience grocery stores, the little gas station convenience stores. You ever go to one and it's like out in like a weird area and there's just like a wall inside with like taxidermy for sale?
Yeah.
That's when you're like, I just want to get the fuck out of that town as quick as possible.
Yeah, I was like, there was a birds of prey exhibit where it was like, all right, we're going to show you all of these different flying raptors. So here's a hawk, and then they walk the hawk around, and everybody gets to see it. Then they'd be like, all right, now here's a different, larger hawk.
Yeah, I don't want it.
And it was just, and they just, and I don't know. It was just weird. It was a weird, like, there was a taxidermy exhibit of just like the animals of Georgia, and I was thinking to myself, who was the first guy that saw a dead animal and was like, you know what? I want to stuff this bitch with cotton.
I was on
like how is that a skill that you discover that? How is that a talent that you know what the worst thing is? The first guy to do taxidermy wasn't even like the best guy to do it. Like he did it, and then like somebody else saw him do it and did it better, and then that was the person that actually got the credit.
That was the technology they had to teach people about animals. You know. Like they didn't have computers and the books so easily to have someone study a red-tailed hawk. So you could just kill it and stuff it and then send it over at a fucking Pony Express.
Yeah, they had different like bird pieces you could touch. It was just like, hey, you want to touch an owl's wing? You want to touch a falcon face? And it was just like they just had these different bits and pieces of like bird carcasses that you could go touch.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. It was fucking wild. They had like stuffed raccoons and shit. I'm always amazed by taxidermists. Like, how is that a thing that you discover that you're into? I guess the same way that the guy who likes getting thrown up on. You
know that crazy bar we went to that they wouldn't let Monty into, the Unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't go in there.
That place has a whole bunch of taxidermied animals all over the walls in there. It's pretty weird. You know, I found out later Macklemore shot a video there.
Yeah.
Wait, I guess he had his ID.
Damn, I shot a video there.
Did you?
Yeah, one of my videos I snuck down in there and shot.
It was the one other black dude in Seattle that we ran into. Like the whole time we was in Seattle, we ran into exactly 4 black dudes, and then one of the black people we ran into, who also had dreadlocks, did not fuck with Monty at all.
Yeah, dude, it's true. Those niggas in Seattle are spray painted.
Yeah, he just wow.
He was just there at the door, and he was like, "Man, do you know this is the Northwest? We have chowder here. You got to put on some shoes."
I had shoes. I just didn't have an ID.
Oh, you had shoes that time?
He was mad because his whole MO in Seattle was being the black guy with dreads, and then he saw Monty, who was a more authentic black man with dreads, and he felt away, and he was like, "You got to get out of here, okay?"
I remember.
It's like what was that movie Time Cop, where it was like if you travel back in time, the same matter can't occupy the same space at the same time, or else it collides on itself. So that guy was like, he had to send Monty away for his own existence to continue.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Holy
what happened.
Shit.
Yeah.
He refused.
Who can relate?
He refused to let Monty exist in that same space. I understood.
I'm gonna go take a juicy piss.
Well, I need to skip out soon.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap it up soon.
All right.
We normally do a post show, but we just decided to run a little long. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up soon.
Long, like Monty's uncircumcised schmuck meat.
It's an elephant trunk. It's an elephant trunk.
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what you guys got going on with your show? Anything planned?
What are we doing this week? We got
tomorrow. We'll be joined by E Green and Black Guy TV, and we last week we were supposed to do a show and then we didn't do the show. So the show that we were supposed to do last week, we're doing this week. We're talking about like, is it fair? Like, we came across this clip of this woman saying on TV that like Donald Trump getting arrested basically made him Tupac. So we're going to talk about whether or not Donald Trump is Tupac, since his arrest. And we'll talk about the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, You Can't See Me controversy, which would be fun because Monty does not pay attention to sports in any capacity. So
I'm a huge fan of sports ball.
You're a huge fan of sports ball?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And just remind me real quick, what is the name of like Ben Pye is in Seattle and they took us to the place that Seattle used to play. And what is the name of that Seattle sports team again?
I mean, look, don't talk to me like I'm stupid. Y'all know the name of the team.
But just I'm not. Seattle has there are a bunch of sports teams in Washington State. If you could just name one real quick.
I'm not gonna sit here and answer dumb questions, bro. I follow sports ball. I love sports ball. Like one of my favorite guys plays in Seattle.
All right, and that guy's name is?
No, you know him. You know him. He's you've seen him on the field.
Okay.
And you've seen him do his thing.
Which which field?
Oh, the one you know who I'm talking about. Y'all both know who I'm. Don't play stupid, y'all. I'm talking about my guy all the time. You've seen him do his thing. You know who the fuck I'm talking about. He's a badass.
So Hannibal, how's the Delta 8 treating you?
I don't feel it yet, but sometimes when I'm stationary, I won't feel it until I get up and start walking around. So,
damn.
So I want to see. And I think I took like half a droppers.
Oh, it's like a tincture.
Yeah.
So that was my segue to talking about one of our sponsors, Vance Global. They sell Delta.
I loved it.
They sell Delta 8 and the best vape battery I've ever had in my life, and they sell vape cartridges now. But this battery is insane. They sent it to me to try it out, and I use it exclusively now.
Was Trump ever in Digital Underground? No? Then he can't be Tupac.
Fact.
So use our code that I just pinned in the chat, peasants, to get 20% off.
There you go.
Everyone keeps buying. People put themselves on automatic buy now because they love that shit so much.
That's all. Do it. Get in and get that.
20%.
Yeah, and then with Trump is Tupac, all around the world, it's the same song. I hear you.
Yeah. So I am looking forward to that. Plus, a couple weeks ago when I was driving Uber 2 weeks ago, I had a very interesting weekend, and I'm gonna play that footage because I have the camera, the car footage from that experience. So we're gonna watch that on the shit show tomorrow with special guest E Green, Black Guy TV. You know, and then I'm gonna watch this Cobes snail meat burrito.
Yeah, we'll watch that tomorrow.
Don't do it while you're eating.
I'll get it.
Yeah, and we'll do that, and we'll look at the pig brain burger again, and we'll have our audience vote on which one is more disgusting, the pig brain burger or the snail meat burrito. Like they both, like that pig brain burger was some of the worst shit I've ever seen in my life.
The pig brain burger is so bad that you don't even mention there was bugs in it because of how bad the pig brain was.
Yeah, yeah.
It was pig brain and bugs, and we don't call it the pig brain and bug burger.
Yeah, we just called it the pig because it was all juicy and brainy.
Yeah, there was milky brains. It looked like the brains were soaked in chowder.
Yeah, it wasn't like a weird cream kind of thing. Yeah, it was gross. So, we are going to wrap this one up. Everyone liked the stream, and if anything has to be edited out of this, it will be on Spotify, so you should check out that link too. And then the links below that, click on some of those if you want to get the audio version, because we do a pre-show before most of the episodes, and you can find that there. So, good night, everybody. Good
night, Hannibal and Monty. Thank you again for joining us.
Later.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you, as always.
Tell me how to eat it right. How to save your flavor. All night with my peaches and cream and my body and dreams. It's so Tell me how to treat it right. How to lick your pussy all night, and I am policing dreams with my face in your cream, with details to come. And I believe in your pussy, in your pussy. And I believe your pussy clean. I'll eat it clean. Tell me that you'll be my girl. Tell me that you'll be my world. Tell me that you'll be that slut in my dreams that I want you to be. Tell me that you'll suck my dick. Tell me that you lick, lick, lick. Tell me that you'll rock my cock like a whore and never stop. Never stop. Never stop. Tell me how to stick it right. How to poke you with a pokey and feel tight. With my dick clean from your love servicing. Let's go, girl. And I believe in your pussy. In your pussy. And I will cream in your pussy. In your pussy. Tell me that you'll be my girl. Tell me that you'll be my world. Tell me that you'll be that slut in my dreams that I want you to be. Tell me that you'll suck my dick. Tell me that you'll lick, lick, lick. Tell me that you'll rock my cock
beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.